Hey, what do you say? Welcome on into episode number 71 of the Run In Podcast. My name is Tommy Paradise.
It's showtime, folks. It's your boy DJ up in the rafters.
What is going on, DJ? It's episode 71 already. Don't forget, the Run In Podcast is brought to you by Figure Collections. You can head over to figurecollections.com/shop. Use the code RUN10 to save 10% over there. On the Chella Toys Retro and Retro Rose. The next Retro is going to be announced on Halloween night. I already know what it is. DJ, I'll tell you when we hang up or when we turn off the mics.
All right.
I know what it's going to be. You guys are not going to want to miss this one. I'm also going to unbox. I got my Bull Nakano Retro in the mail this week as part of my weekly purchases. I am going to unbox it live on the air here tonight. So, heads up. That'll be coming.
A live unboxing.
That's right. And
we've never done. Have we done that before?
I don't think we've done a live unboxing on the show. And we are we did decide to hit the live button on our YouTube channel, the Facebook Fig Cave group, and Figure Collecting Enthusiasts. So what's up, Fabulous Disaster? He says, "Oh yeah, what's up, boys?" Yeah. And then somebody didn't click the little thing there to change your name, so it says we live pals, but we don't know who it is, just his Facebook user. So kind of random. Just said, you know what the hell? Let's put it out there and see what happens. See how many people actually watch it. So we haven't done a live stream in a while, so we'll read some of the comments as we go along here throughout the show. But DJ, I lost my bet with John Swallow from coming down the aisle. The Red Sox let me down. Man.
Well, at least your team got a chance to lose a bet. God dang. My team just beat the Giants and said, all right, well, that was enough for us.
They barely beat the
Giants home now.
They won on that check swing call.
Oh, here we go with that.
I told you, man. I told DJ if he can bitch and complain about the tuck rule, then that was a check swing. Then the baseball game should not have ended like that. So
you guys wanted him to look like the Casey at bat shit, and that's what you wanted. Like
in the end,
he was overmatched against Max Scherzer.
I was gonna say in the end, it didn't matter for either one of us.
No, it did not.
So
they're both at the house watching the World Series.
I didn't buy John Swallow an Elite. He picked out the Trish Stratus, the latest Trish Stratus.
Of course he did.
Elite figure. We snagged that from Amazon. Oh, the Facebook user that said we live pal was Mike Lanham. He forgot to click the link.
Whoops,
what's up, Mike? Friend of the show, member of our inner circle. Also, Blitzkrieg this past weekend. What a fun show, man. Shout out to Jeremy Leary, who runs Blitzkrieg Pro. There was a wrestling convention earlier that day at one of the hotels down by the airport here in Hartford. And they brought in Fandango, Dirty Dango, Johnny Curtis, whatever you want to call him. And Jeremy hooked me up with a picture with him and got to talk to Fandango for a little bit. It's funny. We were chatting with him, and Booker T was at this convention.
Nice.
And he came running. It was cool. We were all like chilling, waiting for our line, waiting in line for whoever we're trying to meet. And I was talking to over by Fandango's table, and Booker T comes running in, shakes his hand. They're laughing for a little bit, and he just looks at him, and he said to him and Tyler Breeze, he goes, "You guys feel like you can breathe now?" And they all just started laughing. Sergeant Slaughter was in another room with the Mountie, nice. Booker T, Stevie Ray, and then General Adnan was there. Nobody really cared about General Adnan, sadly. But it was the same thing. I'm waiting in line, and Bob Backlund comes over to say hi to Sergeant Slaughter.
Man,
him and the Mountie and Sergeant Slaughter all took a picture together, like right in front of us. It was cool to see them all. Like it was like this was the first time they had seen each other
in a long time. Yeah.
In a long time. So Adam Baum came into the room and said hi to Booker T. Then he went over and said hi to Sergeant Slaughter and the Mountie, and it was cool. It was like, oh my god, all these guys I watched as a kid were chilling and just saying hi to each other, catching up like old times. It was awesome. So it was cool. That whole and then the Blitzkrieg show was actually later on that night. Took the kid, had a blast. Our boy Kirby is no longer the champion now. It's Peacock star Bobby Orlando. If you need to know about that, follow the Bobby Orlando on Instagram. But great show. They announced their December 4th show, which we will be a part of. That is the December 4th. It is at the same place that it's been at. There's the House of Pierogies in Enfield, Connecticut. That's not what it's actually called. That's just its nickname. It's the Old Country Banquet Hall or something like that. I forget what the actual name is.
Yeah, I kind of like the pierogies better.
Yeah, the pierogies were good. I had a couple the other night, and some kielbasa and sauerkraut. It was real good. But JTG is going to be there again. They got him back, and then one of the main events of that night is going to be Max Caster versus Dan Housen. So a banger.
Oh yeah,
banger of a main event. We will be there, or I will be there. Not sure if the kids coming with me or if I'm flying solo on this one and just having a boys' night out with some friends. But we'll see what is going on. You can get your tickets. Follow all the information. I don't think tickets are on sale yet, but all the information will be over on Blitzkrieg's Instagram. It's just Blitzkrieg Pro. So if you're in the area and you want to check that show out, just follow them over on the old Instagrams.
The gram.
Also, want to give a shout out to the Game Marks podcast. We are teaming up with them. They are a great podcast, former wrestlers, and then they have a whole podcast about wrestling video games, and it's awesome stuff. Like they're coming up, they are doing the video game history of the Legion of Doom. They've done that similar with Bret Hart. They talk about different all the different wrestling games in the market and stuff like that. It's a really good podcast. If you haven't listened to it, check it out. Game Marks podcast. But we are teaming up with them. We're going to sponsor. They are doing Game Baree, Make a Difference. It starts November 1st. We'll be part of that. Doing some advertising with them as well. So stay tuned. You can make a difference and donate some money to St. Jude Children's Hospital. It's that time of year, guys, where it is time to sock a little money away to put aside for others as we get closer to the holidays and stuff like that. The less fortunate. I know me and you and Phil, we were all talking about starting a toy drive for this year.
Right.
I'm doing my DJ TJ toy drive that I do for trivia at my trivia nights. So we got some charity stuff coming up, but I'm excited to work with the Game Marks podcast. Great dudes over there, and that'll be good stuff. Fabulous Disaster blowing up the chat here over on the live on YouTube. I'm no longer elite. All those run-ins. What about Ring of Honor releasing everybody? We're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into all that.
We're gonna talk.
Wow, this is just where we bullshit with each other.
Giving up their elitehood.
Chat it up. Me and DJ haven't talked in a week, so we're playing catch up here. So we do have a giveaway, not from Buy Sell Trade Toys because I keep dropping the ball and forgetting to post that. But speaking of charities, Mike Landham, friend of the show, was asking for donations for a children's hospital. He is doing a live stream video game thing to raise some money for Norton's Children's Hospital. And we said, you know what? Everybody who donates in the Fig Cave and the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast group, we are going to donate a T-shirt to one lucky winner who shows proof of donation. So for those of you who are in the chat or watching this on YouTube when we put it up later, I am going to go over to Wheel of Names Random Name Picker. And I'll put this up on the screen for you guys while you're watching. So these are all the names of people who donated and posted screenshots of it. You may see some familiar names in there. Zach Egolf, Jason Cook, Brian Myers. Look at that. Josh Blevins, he makes those sick-ass magnets. Phil Kenny, John James. So let's I'm going to shuffle the names here. No, we'll do 5 times. That was 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to give this a spin. Whoever this lands on is going to get a free T-shirt of their choice from ProWrestlingTees.com/RunInPod. It is Josh Blevins from Blevins Magnets. He makes a sick ass. Yeah, he makes a cool ass magnets.
Yes, he does.
Hasbro inspired magnets. He made some of us last Christmas. He made the Major Brothers. He's made a shit ton of guys. So check it out. He's got a Facebook group. He doesn't have a website or anything. He just goes on to his Facebook group and posts in there. Kenny's in the building. He said, "What's up? What's the deal, guys? Dropping in to say hi before work."
Kenny's always.
We've actually got some.
That man is working all the time.
We've got some Kenny's corrections from last week's show. It's funny, man. Kenny tries to hit us with these corrections, or does hit us with the corrections, and then Charles Andrew is like he is like a vulture. Just messaging me. You guys messed up this. 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 Bop, 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 bop. And so let me go to Charles Andrews here real quick and see what he's got for let's see here. Oh, he started asking me about you. He gave us his top 5 for NES games. We did our top 5 NES games last week.
Right.
He says Double Dragon number 5, Tecmo Bowl number 4, Mike Tyson's Punch Out number 3, Mario Brothers 3 number 2, and Mega Man 2 number 1. I don't hate any of those games. So
I don't either. Yep.
Apparently I called Piston Honda. I called him E Honda. E Honda is from Street Fighter. Piston Honda is from Punch Out. Let's see here.
Look at that.
We I don't think we got it mixed up, but one of the Usos we can't tell the damn Usos apart, just like I can't tell the Young Bucks apart. So we said the wrong one for Naomi being married to, and then Kenny's only correction was the Miz danced the Grease Lightning and scored a 32 out of 40. So he gave us a full Miz update. We got another Miz update here later on in the show while he is still on Dancing with the Stars. So don't forget, guys, FanDuel, we put it up on Twitter this week. You can enter every week, $10 buy in. The top 3 get prizes, cash, money, prizes. Our Pro Wrestling Tees store, some new stuff going to be dropping on there. Hopefully working on that stuff. ProWrestlingTees.com/runninpod. I'll just tell you what it is. We got zip-up hoodies coming, nice. 2 different zip-up hoodies and a brand new shirt coming within the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. Runninpod.com, that's where you can find all our discounts, our deals, all that stuff. Check it out, runinpod.com, and check out. That's basically where everything you need to know is. There. Our Twitch, our YouTube, the Fig Cave Facebook group, our discount codes, every single thing you need to know is up at runinpod.com. DJ, what are you sipping on tonight? Speaking of our discount codes.
Well, I mean, maybe one day Proper 12 will give us a discount, but I've got that drip going. Because it's I'm having a good time tonight. I'm ready for Halloween.
Dude, I said to somebody today, man, October has gone by so damn fast. So fast.
I don't know. Maybe in my line of work, it went slow to me, but yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I had COVID for a week and a half. So
maybe so. Yeah.
I was locked
up. You literally probably slept through a week.
Yeah, exactly. So
I did not.
I'm just like, holy
I felt every day of this month.
Me and you were talking before we went on the air, and I have to DJ a Halloween party on Friday when this drops. And I'm like, oh, shit, I got to come up with a costume. I don't have anything. Right. I have an inflatable Andre the Giant costume that I was going to wear last year, but I didn't end up going to I keep saying Christmas, the Halloween party I was going to go to. Right. So I have that in my closet, but I can't wear that in DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
I gotta
be able
to see the screen and stuff like that. Move my hands and stuff like that. So I'll figure something out. I will figure something out, but I've got the Raise Energy in my hand, ready to crack this. Nothing like cracking an energy drink at 10:30 at night on a Wednesday here when we're recording.
Exactly.
While we record, gonna go to bed as soon as this is over. As long as
maybe
Baja Lime Raise Energy drink doesn't keep me awake all night.
Yeah, you're gonna be up thinking about what we may or may not have messed up on with Chuck Andrews.
Yeah, I'm gonna be wondering who got it, who's getting the corrections first, Kenny or Charles Andrew. But I think that's everything we got to talk about. Buy, Sell, Trade Toys. I promise this week I will get the giveaway from Buy, Sell, Trade Toys up on the Instagram. I promise you guys, I will not let you down with that unless something catastrophic happens. But I think that's everything. I think it's there's a lot to talk about in wrestling, a lot to talk about in figures. I'm all fired up. I don't even know if I needed this energy drink after watching the end of Dynamite. I don't think I'm all elite anymore, guys. I just don't think I want to be associated with it. We'll get in. Let's get in the ring and talk about it. In the Ring is brought to you by our friends over at Buy, Sell, Trade Toys. I should say our friend, maybe former friend, after a conversation we had tonight, after Dynamite went off the air.
We were kind of going at it in that particular group chat.
We'll get into it. Here. Oh man,
it was fun though. It was fun.
It was Pyramid Wrestling had the same thoughts I did too. So, and of course you had the same thought. Phil had the same thought. So, man. Anyway, Crown Jewel was this past week. It was all right. It was like a glorified house show. I thought there would be some title changes. I thought might be a surprise. I mean, we talked about this last week. Undertaker introducing Pitbull. I thought Undertaker was going to show up. Didn't see him.
That means Pitt must have paid a nice dollar to have Undertaker just come do an intro in his gear. So
that's crazy. I wonder what the starting price for Undertaker is just to put like eyeliner on.
Right. Yeah, because he has the eyeliner.
Think about putting eyeliner on. Like, what do you think the starting price is? I'd say $5,000.
I'm gonna need $5,000.
$5,000 just for eyeliner. The rest costs another $1,000 each. But yeah, man, it wasn't a terrible show. It was enjoyable. I thought it was enjoyable. I didn't think it was stupid. I thought there was. I gotta give credit where credit's due. The Goldberg and Lashley match was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I'm going to put one up on Goldberg over Chris Jericho. Because Chris Jericho took that bump off the cage at, I don't remember if it was an AEW pay-per-view.
No, it was like one of those,
or Dynamite,
it came on
like
Dynamite,
special,
but
a
special,
where he went off the cage. That boy landed in a sleep number bed, a sleep number mattress. Lashley and Goldberg, they at least, yes, it was covered up, and there was probably mattresses under it, but at least there was tables there. If you rewatch that, they went through multiple tables. It was like 3 tables, and there was some kind of crash pad under it. But it wasn't as bad as that Jericho one. I'm pissed that Goldberg won, obviously, but what can you do? What can you do? Fabulous Disaster, our boy, he says, what was that Goldberg's longest match? It could have been. That could have been his longest. That's a good question in WWE since his return.
I'm gonna say in his career, maybe the DDP match might, that timing might be a little bit close, but it has to be up there.
Was that WWE though?
No, in WCW.
WCW, yeah. I'm thinking like this WWE return. I mean, yeah, hell, it could have been his longest match ever. But
that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the whole book, and I'm thinking this is up there with the DDP match.
Hopefully, we never have to see Goldberg in a wrestling ring
to see who's next anymore.
Wrestling again. Hopefully,
we'll see.
Oh man,
but
sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to give big ups to the crowd at Crown Jewel. They just like to me that's the kind of energy that I feel like wrestling shows deserve. I don't care who the letters are, like who the company is. Like I think the guys and women that are going out there, that is the type of energy that I think that a crowd should have.
Yeah.
They were into it. They were popping for who you're supposed. The good guy came out, and it didn't matter who it was. They were, they were just happy to have a show. Why can't we be this way? That's what I was thinking. Like, why can't we be this way? They were having so much fun.
Yeah, it's true. It was just a lot of fun to watch. It wasn't like it was kind of long, but I never felt like, oh, when is this going to be over? Like, how many more matches are there? It's just kind of like just enjoyable,
Yep.
So good on WWE for that. We have to get into our predictions here and figure out if I'm keeping the title or if DJ is stealing it from me. So let's get right into it. I got to pull up the matches here. We had the Usos They defeated the Hurt Business, Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin on the pre-show by pinfall. And we both picked the Usos, so that's a wash. Edge and Seth Rollins. This might have been the match of the night, man.
They might have stole the show, yeah.
This also might have been the greatest, I'll say it, the greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time. Like, this match had a little bit of everything. Also, shout out to the woman ref. That was a big deal. And Edge put her over on his flight home. Just saying, it's cool that, she was able to do that over in Saudi Arabia. Right. But yeah, man, considering there was no title on the line and like we've seen these guys wrestle already probably 600 times this year, like that match, it felt new. It felt good. It just kudos to both of them, to be honest with you, because they killed it. They killed it in that match.
Yes. No, I agree. Yeah, it's up there. Like, I mean, we've had like that's a big statement, but it might be right. Like, I'm pretty sure Chuck and and Kenny have something to say about it, but it's got to be up there. It's got to be up there.
Yeah. That was also the longest match of the night here. 27 minutes and 40 seconds.
Really.
We both picked Edge on that one. Mansoor defeated Mustafa Ali. I said this was going to be like the sleeper match of the night. It was a very good match. I'm not sure if it was the the crowd loved it, man. And I told you that plane was not leaving the tarmac if Mansoor lost. So I get one on you there. I picked Mansoor. You picked Mustafa Ali. RK Bro defeated AJ and Omos. I always feel like I'm saying his name wrong. I probably am. Another good match, but despite almost dropping an N-bomb live on the air, I don't know if anybody else heard that. I think DJ, you did.
And saw it. Heard it. Yeah. He just got caught, like just like Booker T did. He just got caught up in being hyped up.
Yeah,
is all that happened.
Yeah. It's cool to hear him talk. Not necessarily need him to hear him say that, obviously, but
and being in his character, like he's getting comfortable with his character.
Yeah, exactly. So I picked AJ and Omos. You picked RK Bro. So that's one for you, one for me. Then we both picked Zelina Vega to be Queen of the Ring. I wonder how Zelina Vega is going to do with Doudrop. Doudrop being, a heavier woman and way bigger than her. And I think this match was decent. It wasn't
nice finisher.
Yeah. I mean, that was all Doudrop doing that, but
right.
Good for Zelina Vega. She is going to be a fun Queen of the Ring, I think.
Oh yeah, she's about to talk all kinds of smack, and it's going to be great.
I'm happy for Xavier Woods winning the King of the Ring, but I think this whole King or Queen thing works way better when it's a heel. Like Corbin did a great job with it. Owen Hart did a great job with it.
Right.
I just think it works better as like a slimy, I'm better than you King or Queen.
They just wanted to give Xavier like the New Day in general. Like, they wanted to each member, I think, and deserve like some kind of singles accolade. Yeah. So let's King of the Ring. Let's get him. And people were way behind it. Like everybody was rooting for this. So don't ever say they don't listen to the crowd.
Right. What was next? We both picked Zelina Vega on that one, so that's a wash. Goldberg defeated Bobby Lashley, as we talked about. 11 minutes and 25 minutes. 11 minutes and 25 seconds.
Really?
On that match, if you're keeping track at home.
And it felt longer, but yeah, okay.
It did feel longer, and I think we were all waiting for his kid, like Goldberg's kid, to come out.
Right.
Hopefully he didn't get through customs, and like it was just there's things happening in that match. Like I don't like saying good things about Goldberg.
But you gotta
give credit
where
credit's due, man. Yeah, I gotta give credit where credit's due. It wasn't a terrible match.
I don't think it was terrible. No,
I don't think so either. So then we both picked Lashley on that one. You picked Xavier Woods to win King of the Ring. I picked Finn. So that's one for you. We both picked Big E. Another solid match. I told you guys, never pick Drew McIntyre. Never pick. He's gonna let you down. And then
Mac.
And then you picked Sasha in the triple threat. I picked Becky. And then we both picked Roman. So it ended up being 7-7, which DJ, you know what that means.
The champ takes the tie.
The champ is still here, baby. I told you guys I had a terrible year last year with predictions. I told you guys I was coming to play this year. I said after the Royal Rumble, I'm all in. I'm all in. No pun intended with this belt and everything else, but I am all in.
All in with the AEW. Because you're dropping your elite. You're trying to come out of your elitism here. Like
I think I'm going to drop my.
And I saw a couple other people in the chat said that. Like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah, Fabulous Disaster said it too. We'll get into that in just a little bit. Yeah, overall, Crown Jewel was decent. I thought.
Right. Like you said, it's a house. It is a house show. Like it's a big house show. Those folks don't get to as much live wrestling as we do. And so have something where everybody goes out and have some fun. What a concept, right?
Right.
And these, like, again, like I can't say it enough, like the pops, like for everybody, for anybody that was a good guy, didn't matter. They got, Mansoor, like I saw people making fun of it. I'm like, no, let Mansoor have his moment, like getting a big pop from the crowd.
Right.
So yeah, no, I love how fun.
Those are probably the same people that wanted Zelina Vega to go out on the at the Madison Square Garden show instead of Edge and Seth Rollins.
Right. So it's always something. It's these people booking in their basements, like it's just like, dude, just watch the show and let these people have some fun.
Yeah, exactly. All right, moving right along here. We also had Halloween Havoc from NXT last night.
The wheel.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy with the Chucky stuff. I don't know how you felt about it.
Well, I did like the long-term booking though with Chucky visiting Breaker.
Yeah, yes. That there was some good stuff. This was like a 50-50 pay-per-view for me. So we had the just one last thing on Crown Jewel. I was shocked that there was no title change. Not just like the ones I picked. I just thought, this Prince is paying a shit ton of money for this show. Like, I figured there would be some kind of title. Like, I would think he would want some kind of title change. And I mean, the dude wanted Yokozuna at one of the shows. So,
well, he probably in the deal, I'm kind of guess that they're like, we are going to make the creative decisions.
Yeah.
Like you're going to get a show. Like, this is how we do it with every, Madison Square Garden pays us to go to Madison Square Garden, but we have creative of what happens in the show.
Yep.
And that's probably what's happening here is that, okay, you're going to get a show, but we're picking the winners. Like you can even, hey, if you want some kind of legend that's still living to be in the show, sure, we'll get that guy out here, but you're not picking who's winning.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's how it goes. Although I think he had some kind of like not creative input, but like he got to give input or request things, I guess is how you would say it.
Okay. And that's like you said, you paying that kind of money. Yeah, you get to get some kind of insight. Like, hey, the women for example, like, we have, customs and everything over here. They can't wear what they wear. When they're in the United States, and they made it work. Like the women that were wrestling, they made it work. So, I'm all right with that.
Absolutely, same here. All right, so NXT Halloween Havoc. We got an open challenge from the Diamond Mind. Roderick Strong ends up defeating Odyssey Jones by pinfall. Toxic Attraction defeated Io Shirai and Zoe Stark and Indy Hartwell.
Toxic Attraction, man.
Yeah, so they won the tag team titles. Io Shirai almost died in that match.
Yes.
That bump off that ladder. If you guys have not seen that, oh my God, man. That was that bump. YouTube it because it is, or look it up on Instagram or whatever. There's a couple different I'm about
to say the angle from the audience is the
angle from the audience is insane. Like how she's still alive or not seriously injured is beyond me. But I saw it like,
because she's a professional. Like I think that'd be it for me. I'd be
It was
doing the
almost it for
podcast
me, and
from
I was
my
just watching.
hospital bed.
Yeah. It was almost it for me, and I was just watching, man. Like,
Yeah.
like that, like even watching it, like with the NXT camera angle or whatever, I was like, oh Jesus! Like, and then to see from the other angles, you know, of the crowd and stuff like that, I was just like, Jesus,
You know,
Christ.
and that's one thing I will give to the, you know, the Nickelodeon style NXT. At least the arena, they did make it to where you get some crazy angles.
Yeah.
So I will give them that much credit where they did have some. It wasn't just, you know, creating this arena. They did it for a reason. You can tell now that they did it for a reason, and that's so that you can get like some more angles without having like all these cameramen all over the ring.
Right.
So I'll give them that credit.
Same. I'm not crazy about the NXT set
Logo.
The logo, the set. I like that it's brighter, like that everything's a little brighter, but at the same time, man, it's just like this is too much. You guys are
I
doing
like the
way too
shape
much.
of the arena, like you're saying, because I'm
And I
still
like
one
that
of those guys. Yeah, I like the NWA thing still.
Yeah,
Like I still
I
like
that
that
it's
studio
small.
feel.
Yeah.
But like you said, like I don't know about the multicolored thing.
Yeah, maybe it's just a logo
jive
that I
with
don't
me.
like. It's one of those things where it's like every time I watch this, I'm like, I don't know what I don't like about this, but there's something that I do not like.
That it reminds you that like you think somebody's gonna say I don't know and get slimed.
Yeah.
that's what you don't like about it. Like, am I watching wrestling or am I watching? You can't do that on TV.
Fabulous Disaster, the only one. He's not the only one watching, but he's the only one commenting at the moment, saying I can't get into NXT. It's taking me a little bit longer to get into the new NXT. I love the old NXT, but the new one, it's taking me some time to get used to. So
we're good because now they did a whole turn. Like there's almost like a whole turnover. Like there's only like maybe 3 or 4 of the folks that were in the black and gold.
Yep.
So we're learning a whole new roster. Like,
right. Even last night, my kid is like, "Who's this? Who's this?" I'm like, I'm not sure. Like Joe Gacy. I did not know who that was.
How about the new Uso?
And the new, we got to see the new Uso. I forget who said it. Somebody said it to me that he looks like Jimmy and Jay with Rikishi hair.
I thought he kind of almost looked like they were going for like a Samoa Joe kind of character.
Yeah, with year 2000 bleach blondes,
right?
Stuff.
Yeah, and then he's doing the belly to belly stuff, and which I don't like. I don't mind. Like have them have different styles. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And he'll just like Breaker. Like once they move up, like they'll end up taking the Uso name. Just like Breaker's gonna have the Steiner name. Okay,
yeah.
Like it's. Because I was watching a YouTube. I don't even think Steiner is their name. Like that, I think that they made that name up.
Yeah, so, it's not.
So I think everybody relax. Like let him get his feet wet, and then we'll get into names.
I'm glad he didn't win. I know we're kind of
it's too early.
Here. Too early. Yeah, their real name is Rex Steiner. So they just took the Rec off. RECH Steiner.
Right.
But I think he looked good.
Yeah, he looked good. Like he looked good. Had a good match.
I think he definitely looked good, but I think at the same time, though, we said, it was just too. It was too soon to give him the title.
Right.
The title that did actually a couple titles changing. We talked about the women's tag titles changing hands,
and that match in general, like there were a few like funky spots there. Like somebody, like what's her name, was trying to do like a flip off the rope, and she didn't quite. She didn't quite.
Was it JC Jane? Because she fucked up last week too, where she
it's like, dude, just
suicide dive and
just do a regular dive. Like I think you doing the twists and turns is just not for you. Yeah. You're a big buff woman. You don't need to do that. Yeah. And then, but one thing I was surprised about though, I didn't know, what's her name? Dexter's wife.
Indy Hartwell.
Yeah, she's pretty athletic. Like I saw her. Like she walked on the top rope and then landed and then jumped and landed on the ladder.
Yeah,
everybody can't do that. Everybody, that's something everybody can't do. I was like, oh, okay, like she got my attention on that one.
Yep, absolutely. And then we saw tag titles change hands, which I was actually kind of surprised in this. Imperium beat MSK. Good match. Neither one of those teams puts on a bad match, I feel like, ever. And then Mandy Rose, man, she took the women's title away from Raquel Gonzalez. And both of them women looked good. Yeah. Both of those women looked good in that match. I thought this is like splitting hairs here, but one thing that I thought was weird and just did not work was it was the motorcycle that Raquel Gonzalez came out on. I've said it looked like a Faggio from Grand Theft, from like GTA 5.
Oh, right.
The little mopeds that used to come out on, or that you could steal and drive around for it.
Right.
Yeah, that's it was in it, like the arena's so small, like it didn't really work. But again, splitting hairs. Mandy Rose can go, like she can wrestle. She has definitely put the work in. Obviously, she draws your attention. My 10-year-old watching that match, like he would not take his eyes off of her. Again, 10 years old, almost 11. I'm like, oh,
me and him both.
Man. He goes, she's got a big butt, Dad. She's got a really big butt.
Yes.
Parenting, man. Parenting. I feel like I need to start a podcast, like a spinoff here on our feed of like what we're going through right now with these tween years. Talking about being appropriate, but as his father, it's like hard to enforce when it's okay to be appropriate, when it's okay to be inappropriate. Like that's something I'm still having trouble with here at the age of 39. So, yeah, man, it's been the last like week and a half has been a little bit challenging, but that's parenting, right?
I'm about to say somebody's growing up and noticing the opposite sex now.
Yeah. And that's it for the two big events for this week, man. We went through that. Time to talk about our what we're talking about. You know, what caught our attention this week on the weekly shows. Let's get into it, man. The Charlotte Heat with the title swap and everything going on with that. I'm sure you guys have read about that. Charlotte has some white hot heat right now, where Sonya Deville like wanted to legit fight her after in the gorilla position. Becky Lynch wanted to fight her after the nonsense she pulled. Apparently, like now Charlotte's saying that it slipped. She wasn't supposed to like throw the title belt down. It turned into a whole thing. Apparently, like Becky, I was reading today that Becky referred to Charlotte as plastic, like way like 1 or 2 years ago when they had a feud going on, and Charlotte's never really gotten over that. In fact, she's added more plastic.
I was saying off script, right?
Yeah. So Charlotte's got some heat. Obviously, WWE's in a tough position. They can't just fire her. Like they legitimately sent her home Friday night from SmackDown. They were like, just go, get out of here, get out of the building. Yeah, it was just like somebody's going to get some receipts here. I would love to see a 3-way between Charlotte, Sonya Deville, and Becky Lynch right now. If WWE really wanted to, put some numbers together, I think they would book that match for tomorrow night.
Because Sonya Deville came from real fighting.
Right. She came from MMA. Yeah.
So that's what, like, so this was not that I don't know if Becky had her fault in this. But that's what used to kind of get to me with when Ronda was around and Becky was talking all this stuff. I'm like, Becky, you do realize that if Ronda, like, for real, let it go, right? Like, you be, somewhere with a busted nose again, basically, and a broken arm. Like,
I feel like Becky could hold her. I don't want to say she could beat Sonya Deville or fucking Ronda Rousey. Right. But I feel like Becky, the way she is,
she's gonna come
hold her own.
Yeah, she's coming straight forward like that. I'm not saying she's gonna run. No, no, that ain't happening. But
WWE's in a tough spot though with this. Like, you can't fire Charlotte because she'll just go to AEW, and you don't
right away.
Right, you don't want her to obviously go to AEW, but then again, like you don't want this to be like you don't want to set the precedent of like, hey, this is okay, but maybe she's gonna get like her dad treatment, like on the plane ride from hell, where you know, she kind of gets a free pass because she is
a Flair.
Flair, and she's one honest, like, love her or hate her. You know, she's one of the best women in the business right now, if not the best woman in the business. So, man, but she is really starting to look like Cher.
That she looked exactly like Cher, like in that, especially the outfits that she's
yes.
like.
What is with those bodysuits? Bianca was wearing one too. What is with those?
Well, the thing about it is, like, you kind of want to wear something that flatters your body,
right?
That's all I'll say. Like, I want, like, I'll just say that, like, get something that flatters you. Like, you're not gonna, and that won't necessarily be. It might not be what the thing is to wear at that moment. So that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, it's gonna be. This is gonna be one of, like, that was a moment that we are going to hear about one day, like in something like Dark Side of the Ring. Okay. It's something went on there. Like, you know, something definitely went on there, something that has some history, and it did bubble up. She might have, you know, there might be some feelings about, like, still, like, how Becky rose, like how she rose to main event status.
Yep.
You know, so, you know, which I, like, you know, if folks that know me know, I had a little bit of trepidation about how quickly all of a sudden she's like the number one star in wrestling. I'm like, wait, because she got hit in the face, like, and then talked smack about it on Twitter, like, that made her, that was it, that's all she had to do, you know. So that I'm like, she's having almost the same matches that, in fact I would argue, like, since her injury, she doesn't, like, she's not as she used to be a little bit more flying around. Now it's more ground and pound than when she first started out, when she had like the steampunk thing going. So what am I don't get it. You know, like, it was one of those, I just didn't get it. I'm not saying I don't like her, but I didn't get her being like the number one wrestler in all of wrestling. I don't know, you know. So maybe that's where Charlotte is. Like, she's like, wait, I was supposed to be in that spot.
Right.
I have the actual skill, you know. So what happened here?
Right.
So
that's all good points, DJ. Speaking of good points, Eric Bischoff this week, he said CM Punk hasn't delivered for AEW. I kind of agree with what he's saying. Like, there hasn't been, aside from All Out or whatever the pay-per-view is that's on Labor Day weekend. We're like, you know, people were like, I gotta watch this, I gotta see this,
right,
I gotta see his first match. Since then, though, it's been just like somebody said tonight was his first match on, like, his first actual match on Dynamite against Bobby Fish, which is decent. But, like, he really, I don't want to say he hasn't delivered. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that statement, but I would say for the hype that it caused, or you know, that it got, the hype that it got, I'm still kind of like, I mean, it kind of converted me. It kind of converted one of my buddies, or definitely converted one of my buddies, or brought back one of my Laps fan buddies. But, like, it hasn't put them, like, over. I think they've kind of plateaued since he's come back. They got to a point and they've plateaued, and they haven't done anything to spike that number or get back up over that number. It's just kind of stayed the same since he's come back.
Right.
And that's,
I'm gonna agree with that.
I don't think Eric Bischoff's right about everything. I don't think he's one of these guys. I don't think he's Vince Russo, where, like, he's just talking to talk a lot of these points.
Right.
I think Bischoff,
you got to give him credit. Like, he knows, especially about TV numbers. He knows.
Yeah, and I think Bischoff knows where he fucked up, like where he screwed up WCW. I think he knows
when he became a character. Is basically where he fucked up. Like, and then everybody started running the asylum because he felt like he started really feeling like he was like a member of the NWO. And then so the NWO had to be standing tall at the end of each episode. And then what you got was a roster of guys that was tired of getting jumped by the NWO at the end of every show. So you just join them.
Right.
So that's where he knows he messed up.
Yep. Absolutely.
Whereas now, you know, we say it every week on our show, like, you know, beware, like, you know, beware with what you're doing. on AEW because it looks eerily similar.
Yeah,
So,
for the collection in the chat, he's watching on YouTube. Says Punk needs a compelling storyline as opposed to a random match of the week. I agree with that. Like, I think he had the thing with Taz's boy there. Starks, Ricky Starks.
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever have a match? I don't remember. I don't think they did. Maybe on Rampage.
On Rampage.
Truth be told, I haven't watched Rampage much just because of the time and it being on Friday nights and stuff. But
that's the point. Like, so
they need a long program with Punk.
Yes.
Like, you need to put him against. Yeah, he had the Darby Allin thing. Fine, great. But like, you need to put him against MJF, or you need to go to that next level again, where he has like a extended feud or story.
Well, and here's your other dilemma. Like, so what I'm seeing, like, I'm going to say, like, here's my unpopular. That it's probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but as we've seen some CM Punk matches at this point, I don't think CM Punk can go at the same rate as a lot of these guys, especially the younger guys. Like, they're going at a fast pace. All of CM Punk's matches so far, I'm just going to say so far, are not that pace.
Yeah,
they're very slow. They're very slow. Like headlock takedowns and
rest holds.
Yes. So and he's still like, so tonight he was like, him and Bobby Fish were doing that, and he's still like, I know he was gassed. Like, after rest holds.
Right. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Maybe they're waiting for him to get into shape. But I mean, you can still have stuff going on and build a story without having the matches and have him, have him do some other stuff here and there. But speaking of AEW,
like, getting what sometimes, and it might be like, I'm and look, I'm rooting for him. I hope that he does get, but it could be maybe this is one of those be careful what you wish for.
Right.
Like, everybody's been chanting his name for years now. But the problem is that it's been years.
Yeah.
You can see that. You can look at his hair. You can look at the wrinkles on his face. Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah.
So
except against Tom Brady.
Yeah. Well, he's just giving him a little bit more. Especially since everything's got to be perfect around him anyway. But anyway. So see, hey man, I could go out there and quarterback the freaking Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. Like,
just stay here tonight.
I got 2 6'8" guys that run 4-1. I just throw the ball up. Sure.
Anywhere, got no place to go. Guys, I'm singing Gin Blossom's "Hey Jealousy." I'm not even a Tampa Bay fan, but for Jealousy, yeah. Somebody sent me a picture, just speaking of Tom Brady here real quick.
Oh, boy.
I'm trying to find it real quick. It was for like Battlefield or something. It was for an ad for a game. Shit. I can't find what chat it was in. I've got too many people talking to me during the week. I don't hate it. I just, when it's time to, here we go. New ad for Battlefield 2042, and it's Tom Brady with gray hair. 2042 MVP Tom Brady.
I'm about to say he's still playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's funny.
I'm gonna share it for everybody.
That's hilarious.
Who is watching here on our feed? It's taking way too long for me to pull it up. Where is it?
That's funny.
Is this it? Yeah, there it is. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh my god,
that's pretty good.
I'm surprised they didn't put him on another team.
I'm surprised it looks like copyright wise and how strict NFL can be and stuff. I'm surprised at how much it actually looks like him. But it's just AEW. Let's get into it. I was going to bring this up. I'm hogging all the
you got 2 things. So.
Week of threes. I had 3 things, so I'm going to throw out one more AEW. My third thing was going to be AEW because we watched it right before we started recording tonight. And I'm like you said, man, I'm cheering for AEW. I want AEW to be good. What drives me nuts is we don't watch WWE because of this. AEW is better because of this. It is literally like Republicans and Democrats going head and head, vaxxers and anti-vaxxers going head to head, and it fucking drives me crazy. And it's like, WWE AEW would never do this. And then you turn on tonight and the main event, is 4 fucking clowns in Ghostbuster costumes, taking on 4 other clowns, one dressed as a deer, one dressed as I don't know what Colt Cabana was doing, like what he was supposed to be dressed as.
Either, yeah.
I don't know why Colt Cabana was even in the main event. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the Dark Order dressed as like random shit. I did like that what's his name? No, the cowboy. Why can't I think of his fucking name?
Oh, Hangman Page?
Hangman Page, thank you. I did like that he was in the Stay Puft Marshmallow costume after all of that. But it's just like, if WWE is going to do something on Friday Night SmackDown,
and everybody's going to say, yeah,
with all these guys in costume, and all the AEW people are going to say, that's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. And it's like, well, your boys just did the same thing. Your boys took your elite people, the elite, took out a guy with proton packs. Like, think about that fucking sentence.
Well, how about every week? So, like, imagine if every week Adam Cole got kissed on the cheek by the Young Bucks every week on WWE programming, and what we would hear.
Yeah,
there's Chuck.
Yeah, Charles Andrews in the house. He's here to correct us.
Uh-oh. While Kitty's at work, there's Chuck.
Charles, we're recording tonight. We just decided to hit the live broadcast button onto Facebook and YouTube. So we're gonna have some fun while we record here. But yeah, man. And you know what's funny is
how about that mimosa match? That was like some classic wrestling, wasn't it?
And this is the thing. Like when I say I'm all elite, it means I'm enjoying AEW as much as I'm enjoying WWE. Probably a little bit more, honestly, because I will say tonight's Dynamite was really good. The Bobby Fish and CM Punk match was good. The promo with Cody and Pac and all that was really good. And then the Serena Deeb and Sheeta match was probably the match of the night. Stole the show. And then you end it with that fucking garbage. Like, come on.
That probably should have been the main event with Sheeta and
right. And For the Collection has it right here. AEW Marks will praise that main event like it was the greatest match of all time. And
I can't wait for Metzler tomorrow. He's gonna
and that's my point. Is like, if you're gonna shit on one, equal opportunity shitters here. I wish we could make that into a t-shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees and people would wear it. The only reason we haven't made it is because I don't think people would actually wear it. But like, we're gonna shit on WWE for everything that they do wrong, which is a lot these days. And we're going to shit on AEW for everything that they do wrong, which is also, I don't want to, honestly, WWE is probably doing worse stuff, but it is. It's the marks who are like, this is better. This is better. And it's like, no, there's no reason why these 4 clowns in a Ghostbusters costume taking on these other 4 clowns in costumes is better. Like, there is no absolute reason. Right. For the main event, your world champion is in that match. And has terrible facial hair. God, Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega and the Bucks bother me. I don't know why. I mean, I know why the Bucks bother me, but we've talked about it before.
Yeah, no, I remember people talking about Big E winning the world title, and they're like, "Well, he's too goofy for me." I'm like, Kenny Omega's been in matches where literally the guys are in like circle jerking in the middle of the ring. Like like that. You can go look that up. That is a thing that he and matches with blow up dolls and stuff. So So don't tell me about somebody being goofy and being the world champion. Like that's no. You lost that.
It really is. It's like if you're pro, and not to get like too political, but like if you're pro Republican, you're all in. Pun intended or pun not intended. If you're Democrat, you're all in. Like if you're WWE, it seems like if you're WWE, you're all in. If you're AEW, you're annoyingly all in. And it's like you just have everything. AEW can do no wrong in the Mark's eyes, and I think that's what bothers me.
Yeah, I can't. That's the only thing I can't go with.
That's the biggest problem I have with all that. So, TJ, I'll let you get your. I'm sorry, I took a lot of time there on my 3 things of the week.
Well,
actually, neither one of us had 3 until AEW ended.
Right, I put the last one in for AEW as well. I just wanted to give a big ups to the Spanish God's outfit tonight. Like it was total Ken Shamrock. Like
his match was pretty killer too tonight.
Yeah, they went for it tonight.
Him and Ethan Page.
Yeah, And but it was totally Ken. I was like, dude, it's Ken Shamrock. Like that's his outfit. So I just wanted to give I liked it. We have your boy Rollins is the #1 contender now, and going over to as we switch over to WWE
on Raw, right?
Yeah,
he's back on Raw, right? Hard to keep track of everything.
Yeah,
man.
Biggie, you're about to have a program now,
and I'm all for that. I think that's going to be really good. I'm glad that Rollins. I was kind of like, what are they going to do after this? This Edge thing. I'm like, wow, this is. I'm happy is what I'm trying to say. I'm reading something here. I got distracted a little bit.
No,
I'm very happy.
It's going to be a good program. Yep.
Yeah, I'm very happy that it's going that way. Rollins needed this. I'm glad he took he had a little time away from the main event picture, and now he's kind of going back. I'm very, 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 very happy that he's doing that. So I think that's going to be great. I am a Rollins guy. If I had to pick one favorite guy in WWE right now, it would probably be Big E or Rollins. I think.
Okay.
Like not counting like Edge or I do like Edge. But not counting any of those guys. Like I think that
Big E's pretty hot right now. For sure. And Rollins is showing that he should be a heel. I just didn't buy him as a babyface. This is just a way better character. You can kind of see Becky morphing into that character as well. Like they even wore the same colors on Monday. So keep going with it. Let it go. And Raw itself it wasn't terrible.
Raw hasn't been. I mean, there was 1 week there in the last few weeks where it wasn't bad, but it wasn't compared to what it has been. It just wasn't anything. Right. It was just nothing. Kind of.
Right.
It's like I say on here once in a while.
We got to get back to that where it's snapping every Monday, so, but you got to fill that 3 hours. And once again, stop hiring TV writers, get people get some people that actually know who the wrestlers are, and then you'll be fine.
Yep. All right, let's get into the news.
Yep.
The news, we've got the pro wrestling. I put pro wrestling tees. It's PWI, not pro. PWI women, top women wrestlers here, and the women's 100. Let's see here. Your number 1 was Bianca Belair.
Yes.
Thoughts on that?
I think she went out there. She won the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Got called up, won the Royal Rumble, had the best match at WrestleMania. I don't think you can have a better year than that.
Yeah, it's hard to argue her as number 1.
And then carried the title for quite a few days.
Yeah, for sure. Hard to argue her as the number 1. Number 2 is Utami. I'm not even going to try to say her name. Well, I guess I will. Haya Shishahita from Stardom. Now, I have never watched Stardom. I will gladly admit that I've never watched Stardom. That's where Asuka came from. That's where Kairi Sane came from.
Right.
A lot of big names came from Stardom, and apparently it's super good wrestling. I've just never watched it, so obviously this woman at number 2 means nothing to me.
Right.
So I was a little surprised by that, especially Phil kind of brought it up in our inner circle talk, where he was like, how is this woman number 2? And none of us, she's not a household name. Nobody's really heard of her. And I get that. You kind of have to have this exposure to these people. But then they had Deonna Purrazzo as number 3. And that's where this list gets a little wonky to me. If I could change the top 5, I would obviously get that Utami woman out of there. And I would put Britt Baker at number 2, because who did we talk about most of 2021?
Those two women. It was
Bianca Belair. Yep. Bianca and Britt Baker.
And where was Sheeta?
Sheeta was not in the. she was number 8.
So Sheeta.
No. Sheeta wasn't even in the top 10. So she was injured for a lot of the year, though.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking. Yeah, because this is 2021, right? So because 2020 she had the belt for all of 2020. So that's okay. So never mind.
Yeah,
never mind. I thought so. But Britt Baker should be number 2. That shouldn't even be
Yeah.
You know how we even, that's not a debate.
Literally every week on this show, I think we've talked about Britt Baker. Almost every week we've talked about Britt Baker. Almost.
I think probably every podcast that talks about wrestling, you've had to mention Britt Baker. Put it that way. To. So
I keep Deonna Purrazzo probably in the top 5. We don't talk about her a lot, but I think she's had a really good year.
She's been doing her thing. Yeah.
Thunder Rosa is in the top 5, but I think she should be higher up. Again, maybe move Deonna Purrazzo
maybe
to
like
5.
4. Like what did Rosa make?
Thunder Rosa was number 5.
Number 5. Okay, so I would probably gone 4. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Thunder Rosa, I think obviously she made the top 5, but I think that woman wrestled for pretty much every single promotion this year except for WWE.
Right.
Tyson says Britt. What number was Britt? I think she was number 4 on the list. I think she should definitely, like we said, she should definitely be number 2.
Number 2. Yeah.
And then Sasha Banks is number 6, which also kind of surprised me just because she takes so much time off in the year. But
she wrestled all the way up to WrestleMania, and then just basically after WrestleMania, she took that time off, and then she was champ in that time.
SummerSlam. No, she just came back recently.
Right.
It was SummerSlam. I can't remember for sure. Charles Andrew, if you're still in the chat, remind us of when Sasha came back.
But she was champ for that time though. And she beat a Bailey who was kind of unbeatable for a minute. So, so I guess she kind of, so I can see where she could be up there. But like you said, that's a lot of time off.
Yeah.
And then Bailey had to take a lot of time off too.
Yeah, Bailey is injured. She's been posting on Instagram a lot lately though.
Right.
So I think she's coming back soon. Which they could definitely use her.
Oh man, whichever show, I think she's gonna shake some things up.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know what you guys think your top 5 should be. But yeah, I think we kind of agree that the top 5 should be the same. Honestly, we posted this up on our Instagram, and a lot of people said check out Utami's matches because she is that good. I remember seeing some Asuka stuff from Stardom, and just the women kind of beat the shit out of each other. It's kind of
it's shooting. Yeah, they shoot over there. I remember watching Asuka matches, and how her outfit is now, where she kind of wears some shorts and then a G-string over the shorts.
Yeah.
Over there, she didn't have the first layer of shorts.
Oh, baby.
So, that's what Asuka was like over there.
Nice. Carmella and Corey Graves got engaged.
All right.
Jim Ross revealed that he put a picture up of this nasty wound on his leg.
Oh my goodness.
And said that he was getting it checked out for skin cancer. Turns out that it was skin cancer. So thoughts and prayers to T's and P's to Jim Ross.
Come on,
Greg Hamilton was released, the announcer for SmackDown.
Right.
Not sure. Nobody really knew why. I read something yesterday that he got into it with a fan on social media.
Okay.
And that might be why he got released. But let's see. I'm just kind of looking.
You guys log off. If you if you are making a check on a show like WWE and somebody is bugging you that much, just log off.
Yep.
Then you can't hear it anymore. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. He said he put out a statement saying don't read into the social media.
Okay.
It's business. Also understand that what you see on social media is exactly that. It's not real life.
I
especially
agree.
for your favorite superstars. They're human beings with incredible lives, blah, blah, blah. So I will say Greg Hamilton has always been a weird dude to me. I followed him on Instagram and I don't even know why. I'm actually in a place in my life where I'm every time I see something on Instagram or someone on Instagram that I don't like, or just I question, I'm why do I follow this person? So I've been on an unfollowing spree lately on my personal Instagram. So
right.
But anyway, he's I remember he just tweeted out some weird stuff before Instagram, some weird stuff.
Oh boy.
So he's gone. He's gone. Curious who they're going to.
I was about to say, I wonder what kind of work can he get after being released from this.
I mean, Justin Roberts is with AEW, so who knows? And then WWE released their pay-per-view schedule for 2022. This is all interesting stuff. Day one pay-per-view will be at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Royal Rumble is going to be at the Dome at America Center in St. Louis. That's January 29th. Saturday, April 2nd and April 3rd, WrestleMania at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. You liking the 2-night WrestleMania again?
Since I'm not going to be there, I don't mind. And you got to figure, like, you know, because they're going to go Dallas, and Jerry's going to want, he wants 2 big nights. Like he wants that two tickets.
Listen,
2 nights of tickets.
I saw people shitting on it, like, oh, it's a money grab. Listen. Whether I'm there,
I mean, go run a business. Like, I love people. Like, go try and run a business for yourself.
Right. Then shame on WWE for trying to make money. Shame on them.
I don't get people. And they say nothing that, so AEW, when AEW charges you that $50 for that pay-per-view, that's not a money grab?
Yeah, right.
So come on, y'all. They gotta pay these people.
Right.
Yes, money.
I'm all for the 2-night pay-per-views. It splits it up, whether I'm like gonna be there or not. Like if I was gonna be there,
a lot of show, like to have
it is a long time to sit there. If I'm watching on my couch, sometimes it's a long night to just be sitting there watching.
And the crowds
wrestling.
wore out by the main event, and
I like that they give you
shit on that. Like, oh, the crowd wasn't into the main event. Well, yeah, they've been there for 5 hours.
I like that they give it, like this past year, they gave us something to watch, something to look forward to both nights. I really do like that. So I'm excited for that April 2nd and 3rd. That's going to be, obviously it's WrestleMania. It's going to be amazing. Sunday, May 8th, pay-per-view at Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. That's right down the road from me. So we'll see what happens there. Sunday, June 5th, pay-per-view at Allstate Arena in Chicago. Saturday, July 2nd, Money in the Bank at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas, DJ.
Yes, I saw that, and it has me thinking.
Yeah, there's a couple here that got me thinking. SummerSlam at Nissan
and that's
Stadium.
July 2nd, right? So I can stay for the 4th of July in Las Vegas.
Look at you. Look at you. And then July 30th, which is weird. It's not in August. SummerSlam at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And Mike Lanham is laboring for us to get down there.
That might be an idea.
Also,
at least for the access.
Right. Saturday, September 3rd or Sunday, September 4th. Not undecided yet. Pay-per-view at TBD location. I also saw people shitting on this because that is all out weekend. And people are saying, like, what a petty move. Yeah, you know what? Because it's just as petty as adding a YouTube show to your TV program because another TV program is going to go an extra half hour. Like, get over it. This is also going to be the UK pay-per-view, allegedly. So
that'd be nice.
It probably will have zero competition to do.
I'm about to say it'll probably be like 4 a.m. here, and
right, all out. And then Survivor Series, another trip opportunity here to get the inner circle together. Survivor Series at TD Garden in Boston. That's going to be a Saturday as well, and I will more than likely be there with Little Paradise in tow. So. And DJ, if you want to fly out, I know Kenny's talked about driving up. I think they do.
You say that's Survivor Series?
Yeah, I think they do.
I've never been to Survivor Series.
Survivor Series weekend. I've never been to Survivor Series either. I've been to SummerSlam. I've been to Money in the Bank twice. I've been to TLC. I went to D-Generation X in your house. I think that's it for pay-per-views. I don't think I've been to any. I don't think I went to. Never been to the Royal Rumble. Never been to WrestleMania. So
I do want to go to Royal Rumble.
I do too, and I obviously want to go to a WrestleMania at some point. But
right, well, that's when you're coming to LA for that one.
It'll happen. Wow, a lot of people in the chat right now. We got D Robinson saying hi. I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's my sister.
Oh, hey, sister. And then Game Time Dre is saying, "Shit, another Vegas trip. We driving up."
And that's my cousin,
right?
So my family's in the house.
He's the one who made the bubblegum drop for us, right? The Our original intro song?
That's his brother made that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, this cousin, he's doing in fact, he's going to start doing his video game podcast.
Nice. Very nice. TNT 26X is I like Two Nights Mania instead. Someone screenshot people asleep. People
at that
screenshot
Mania?
at the other,
I mean,
it's just too long.
It's a long day. It could be a
Very
long day. And then it rained. Like they had a rain delay.
Yeah. Yep.
So that made it longer. So
yeah. And then the last thing. This is kind of crazy. You're saving the biggest thing for last, I think. Ring of Honor ceasing operation at the end of 2021. They're going to take a break to kind of figure out what they want to do and what direction they want to go in. Very, very surprised at this, DJ. What about you?
I guess I always kind of felt like they were on the verge for some reason, like with their company, because it's like, too many stars go there, have a great career and go and leave. So I've always felt like they were always kind of teetering on the line, and not that they don't have great wrestling. Like they, you see, I see them all the time on, when I'm flipping channels, and every time I stop to watch it, it's a good show. So maybe they sell, and then I want to see this, let's have the same energy about when WWE makes their cuts.
Right. Yes. I saw you put that, or I saw you share that, and I was like, yes.
They're releasing their whole roster. Yeah. So I want to see everybody, tell me how evil this was for all these people to get released, just like they do with WWE.
Yeah.
Come on with it.
It's crazy. They're releasing everybody. Some big names too, like Dan Housen. He's definitely going to go to WWE. Wouldn't know what to do with him, I feel like. They the Briscoes, I think, will be okay and end up going to AEW. I don't really know who else is in Ring of Honor, actually. I'm trying to look up the roster. Yep. Dude, he's getting old though. Like, if you think about it, dude has been around forever.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute.
Trying to pull up their okay, here we go. Angelina Love
can have some matches, and
so I don't know a ton about these guys, but I'm just kind of looking through the roster here real quick to see like who would be good in WWE. EC3 probably ends up at AEW. Jay Lee.
Yeah, EC3 probably goes back. Just like just like Mac, like he, McIntyre, like he went away for a minute, got himself better, came back. EC3 can do the same thing.
Yep. Maria Kanellis, she will not be back in WWE.
No, that's easy AEW.
Yeah, all these guys that I see on here are like, these are all AEW guys. Maybe if NXT was in that same, if they had the same formula that they were using before, like, they could grab some of these guys, and maybe they still will. Who knows? Just kind of a shocking thing. Before the collection says, big difference between Ring of Honor and WWE. Ring of Honor kept everyone under contract and paid them during the pandemic when they shut down. That's a good point. I did see that Ring of Honor is going to release everybody, but they're going to keep going through the end of the year and then pay everybody until March 31st. So I'm hoping they regroup
you don't get a severance package with WWE. So that, like, as soon as that day, that's it. No more, like, or do they buy your contract out?
No, WWE, you still get paid during that non-compete.
Okay, so what do we talk?
Time,
so
that 90 days.
Yeah. So what does that mean?
Ring of Honor shut down during the pandemic and still paid everybody. WWE just kept doing shows.
I was about to say they kept working, so people got paid still. Like, so what do we?
True. All right, that is it for wrestling this week. We spent a lot of time on wrestling.
Well, we knew it. We knew there was some news. We actually had news wrestling news this week.
Big news, more news than actual more news stories than going over all the stuff, except for my AEW rant. But let's get into
your elitism.
Let's get into it with Walk That Toy Aisle. Walk That Toy Aisle is brought to you by our brand new sponsor. I keep saying they're brand new, but we've been friends with them for a while now.
I was about to say now they in there now.
You guys can pay homage by going over to runinpod.com. Click on our deals page, and you guys can check out. There is an homage link there. Use that link, and they just dropped brand new WWE women's tees today.
Yes.
Charlotte Flair, Sensational Sherry. The Sensational Sherry one is a must cop. Chyna, Bailey, Sasha Banks. Those are the new ones, and then they they re-released Lita, Trish Stratus, Miss Elizabeth, Alundra Blaze, and more. There's way more over there as well. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
So go grab those, and you can use the code the run in 15. Save yourself 15% off at homage.com. Again, use that link though. It's in our bio on our Instagram. It's on our website over at Run In Pod. That helps us out a little bit extra than just clicking over at homage.com. So, and right. I'm wearing an homage hoodie right now. The hoodies, I think I told you guys, I ordered the WWE hoodies. I got an Ultimate Warrior and an NWO one, and man, I wore the Ultimate Warrior one for trivia the other night. Great conversation piece. People kept asking me about it, and comfy as hell, man. The hoodies are like they're chef's kiss. The t-shirts are great. Fabulous Disasters knows. He says, you guys were right. The homage shirts are nipple friendly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, they are.
I always wear undershirt with the homage shirts, but they are phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal shirts. Yeah. Can't have those nipples poking out.
Right.
I don't want everybody knowing my turkey's done. Anyway, Chella Toys this week announced that they are getting a Figure Collections exclusive Luna Vachon retro figure. I am going to grab that for sure. She is going to go right next to my Bam Bam Bigelow. And don't forget that Chella is going to be announcing another retro. The next one in the retro lineup, it's going to be announced on Halloween night. So Halloween day. So check that out.
Time to do a drop.
Especially when you see who it is. Wink, wink.
All right.
Zombie Sailor. We got to talk about him. He's doing retros as well. He put up artwork of Mike Awesome and Roadkill. 2 easy passes for me. And then
easy passes.
easy passes for me. And then they just don't fit in we talked about this last week. Like, I got to stick with the guys.
The ECWs, there's very few ECW wrestlers I think fit in your wheelhouse.
Yep, exactly. The Major Brothers announced the second wave. They're bringing back Bendies. And they are doing Brian Pillman, Dan Housen, Nick Gage, and Adam Baum. These are passing me.
I can do Brian Pillman.
Yeah, Brian Pillman and Adam Baum are the 2 that I would do if I was gonna grab them. I don't know, man. These might be I'm
not a big fan of Bendies either. Like
me neither.
I hear you. I'm like, after Gumby and Pokey, like what are we doing?
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see what happens. These will be available. Brian Myers, Matt Cardona, and one of the guys that helps them out with the podcast, not Smart Mark, Kanick, who helps them out. Okay. The 3 of them have gone in on this Major Bendies deal, and so I'm hoping it's successful for them.
Is his name like really Kanicki and like the guy from Greece?
His last name is Kanick. I've actually been in contact with him a few times. He's a great dude. He bought my Golden Girls figures off of me on eBay, and then we worked out a side deal because we recognized each other from the from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast group.
There we go.
So, let's see here. What else did we have for wrestling news? Oh, Mattel and WWE re-upped their deal.
They had to.
Oh, I'm
Everybody
so glad
was
that
winning
they did.
in that deal.
Yes, so glad that they did. But here's what I'm going to say, and I'm not shitting. Again, not shitting on anybody, but let's get some new guys under roster here or under contract here.
Sure, especially
so that we're not getting a Macho Man in every wave, or we're not getting a Shawn Michaels in every wave, or
especially a Bald Shawn Michaels. I had enough of Bald Shawn Michaels.
So I'm looking at the
how many Rey Mysterios can we how many more Rey Mysterios can we have?
Does it say how long that they extended for? Because they've been doing with WWE. Mattel and WWE have been together.
It's been a minute
since 2009. So I'm looking to see if it doesn't say how long. But yeah, man, we need to get some new blood in the lineups here, especially the Legends lineups.
The Legends, they need to call these guys up. I'm pretty sure they're not going to pass up another check for some merch.
Right. This week, I was at that convention here in Connecticut, and I had my Ultimate Edition Sergeant Slaughter out for him to sign. Right. And the Mountie was right next to him, and he goes, "Man, that's a beautiful figure."
Right.
And I said, "Yeah, man, you should sign a deal with Mattel and WWE so you can get one." And he was like, "No, nobody will buy my figure. You have to be popular for that."
Are you kidding?
I'm like, "Are you kidding me? I would take a Mountie and a Rougeau brothers."
I mean, and we just got like that new Boss Man coming out.
And the Quebecers.
Right. So, and that was like, because that was one of my favorite, for whatever reason, I liked that feud when it was Big Boss Man versus the Mountie. Like that was.
The Mountie was so good, so entertaining. He was actually great. He was a great guy to talk to at that convention. Like he took his time.
Sure.
All the guys that I met, we'll get into it. Weekly purchases. All the guys that I met were great. But the Mountie he was in full getup. If you guys can see the pictures on our Instagram, he was in full getup.
Good.
Just like it.
That's what I like when they go all the way in.
Yeah,
that's what we came to see.
Having fun, laughing a lot, making fun of himself a little bit, but it was good.
Why not?
Good stuff there. Wrestling Collector Shop has Elite 90 in stock, which is that new Big Boss Man.
Yep.
Who I'm pulling it up here right now, trying to figure out who else is in that lineup. I know it's Randy Orton in the whites from WrestleMania. Who else is in that? Why can't I? I'm having a huge brain fart. Jimmy Uso?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. You're right. Big Boss Man is in it. He is also the Chase. Yep. Jay Uso, not Jimmy.
Jay. Okay.
Bronson Reed, Reckoning,
and Bronson is long gone.
Yeah, he stayed in there though.
I'm almost tempted to get it just to give him some support.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Boss Man is the Chase. The Chase is an all black, but it's not an Attitude Era. It's not
the when he was with the Taker.
No, he comes with a WCW hat, which is very interesting. So somebody again, I forget what group I was in where I said this or saw this, but somebody posted that when he first went over to WCW, he came over at Big Boss Man obviously owned the rights to WWE owned the rights to Big Boss Man. So he just came over as Boss Man. And again, that was like
I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah.
They got another cease and desist for that. So the name, how it has the name tag on his shirt, vest. On his vest, it just says Boss, and then it comes with the WCW hat. So I think this is depicting his initial run, and it's not Guardian Angel or Big Bubba Rogers. It's just
Guardian Angel. We might need a Guardian Angel.
Hell yeah! If he's under contract, man,
I'm sure the family would go with that.
Yes, Tyson Sergeant Slaughter did put me in the Cobra Clutch. I'll talk about that during weekly purchases, that whole experience. It was a good time. Fabulous Disaster still in the chat says I'm only getting the Big Boss Man. I'm not getting anything from this. I have the old Big Boss Man, like his first Elite, and I have the Attitude Era one that came out a couple of years ago. So I'm good to go. I thought about the Chase. Maybe if I see it in stores somehow, like I would grab that and just throw it in the WCW shelf.
Right.
But for right now, I am good on that. Today these got revealed on the bump. on WWE programming. It is WWE Superstars Series 2. It's HBK from that like WrestleMania 9.
Right.
Where he's got the vest that says "I'm too sexy for this crowd."
Yep.
And then the Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Line.
So basically the Click.
Yeah, and you got Hogan in Series 1, so you're getting like the whole NWO as well, or the original members of the NWO.
True,
I should
you
say.
Can go original members. Yeah. Yep.
So they're all coming with the belts. The belts look like they are in scale with elites. So, and that would make sense that they would be in scale with elites because they wouldn't make. I feel they wouldn't make like a new mold for the belts for these. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. Sean's got the blue IC title.
That's what I mean. That was dope.
Yeah, and the Outsiders.
I forgot how good that title looked. I was like, oh wait, I forgot about that one.
You can also buy that belt from Forbidden Figurines if you're interested. She's got a whole Intercontinental belt pack where you get a white one, a blue one, a yellow one, a black one, and then a black one with the red WWF logo. So and a gold one. There's a gold one too for Gold Dust.
For Gold Dust.
So for just Goldie. Something to think about there, guys. We also so with this
getting that Shawn though. Just
what's that?
I'll be getting the Shawn Michaels one.
I think I'm gonna get all three.
Okay.
My wife asked me the other day, why do you have so much NWO stuff? And you know my response? Because I have the NWO chalk line shorts. Of course, I have the shirt from Homage. I have the hoodie from Homage now. The NWO has a whole shelf in my just one shelf in my in my detail. They share it with DX. History.
Yep.
But she said, why do you have so much NWO stuff? And I said, because when you're NWO for life. And she hit me in the nuts. No, I'm just kidding. And then I did reach out to Steve Ozer today, a friend of the show, and I said, hey, Steve, Superstars Series 2 looks great.
Yes.
But I got to know, man, I see Honky Tonk Man. I see Hollywood Hogan up on Walmart's website.
Right.
Where's Bray? Where's Ric Flair?
Right.
Are they coming? I know their contract is a little,
iffy
for both of them. I said, are they still coming? And all he said to me was, they're still coming.
All right.
So keep your eyes out. I did order Honky Tonk Man and Hollywood Hogan today. I just pre-ordered them. Walmart doesn't charge until they ship. So here's what I'm going to do. I want Hollywood Hogan, obviously. He's one of my boys.
Right.
And what I did was I ordered that and Honky Tonk Man. If I get Honky Tonk Man in the mail and I change my mind, I'll return them. And then I got that free shipping already. I don't have to pay. I don't have to give the shipping back. Right. So I got Hogan for cost. For retail, didn't have to pay any shipping on it. So
are you not going to put like take the Honky Tonk Man out and put like another figure in there and take it back?
I'm not going to do that.
Take it back to your local Walmart.
I will say though, they did a great job. So the Superstars line is the line that's like modeled after the Remcos, and it's taking the place of the Masters of the Universe line.
Right.
And I was thinking about this today. I'm like, they're doing a great job of like continuing this, where we're not getting guys that were already in the Masters of the Universe line.
Right. And probably something you couldn't find like a character. Like you can't find something for the Honky Tonk Man
or Ric Flair. Like I was hoping for a Ric Flair Masters of the Universe, but I'm like, who the hell would he be? Like, I don't know who he would be.
Right.
So, and then I have to pull up the image for here so I can read this. But Steve staying busy this week or today. He posted over in the Wrestling Figs forum that he is all right. So he said, we've just been given the green light to share the update you've been waiting for. The issue with Ultimate Edition Kane's elbow and mask deco did not go unnoticed, but was unfortunately not discovered until product had already shipped. Since learning about it, we've been working on a solution that should easily satisfy everyone. The running change has been implemented to ensure that remaining quota is produced with the molded red arm and full black stripes on both heads. To those who already purchased, you'll soon be able to contact Mattel customer service to request a set of replacement heads along with the corrected arm. All three will be bagged together. Please hold off on reaching out to Mattel customer service for the time being, as the parts are still in production. I'll let you know once they arrive. Apologies for the delay in info on this, as we needed to ensure a proper plan was in place with approval and support from all parties involved. With these fixes implemented, hopefully everyone enjoys this great Ultimate Edition Kane figure. So The issue was, if you watch my YouTube video on our YouTube channel, I unboxed that figure, and one of the arms, you guys can probably see it in any group you go on. Somebody's posting and bitching about it, but the arm, when you bend the arm, it's like a flesh color instead of like the red. So it is really an eyesore. So good on Mattel though for saying, you know what, we're gonna fix this.
Ultimate figure, dude. Like,
right,
you know,
you're paying $30 for this figure. You know, here we go. We're gonna fix this for you guys. This is, I don't think they've done this before, where they're like, hey, we're gonna send you something. So hold on, if you ordered it from like Ringside or Walmart or Target, wherever you ordered it from, Wrestling Collectors Shop, wherever, make sure you hold on to your email invoice, because I'm sure they're going to ask for some kind of proof,
right,
that you bought one. So,
and that just shows, like, again, like Mattel, they see what's happening. Like, it's like, you know, they re-signed. They're like, oh, okay, one of our Ultimate figures has like a real, you know, a real issue here. Let's fix it. You know, they paid enough money for this. Let's fix it. Kudos. Like they're like, look, we know where to this community is, like, you know, is throwing money at us. So we need to do them right. Especially
if you're paying the $30. Granted, it's not like a Super 7 where it's like $50 or a Hot Toy or something like that, where you're paying more than you normally would.
It's more than a normal.
Yeah. Right. So good on them. There's some new WWE pops that are rumored to be going around. Dude Love, Johnny Gargano, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss with a chase, and then a moment of John Cena versus The Rock. Also Razor Ramon with purple Intercontinental Belt exclusive. Nice. Funko Pop Ride WWE with Eddie Guerrero with Lowrider. That's pretty cool. Cactus Jack with a trash can exclusive, and Undertaker out of a coffin exclusive. So some Funko Pop news there for you guys. And then I think that's it for wrestling. Oh, Ringside Fest will be this Thursday and Friday. Obviously, we're recording on Wednesdays now, so we cannot cover that. We will have full coverage of that next week, and that is it for wrestling figure news. Your weekly dose of NECA Ninja Turtle news. They are continuing the Monsters and Ninja Turtle mashups.
Right.
We talked about Raph a couple weeks ago as Frankenstein.
Yep.
They are now doing Leonardo as Igor the Hunchback.
Really?
This is a very cool looking figure.
Okay, it didn't sound like it. I'll be honest with you.
Honestly, both of these so far are very cool looking. They're just not something I would buy. There it is for you, DJ, on our on the screen.
Whoa!
Just like, I'm not a Monsters guy, but like that is a very toyetic looking.
It's toyetic for sure.
This is
look at the
part
detail in the fingers and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, this is part of their 31 Nights of Fright reveal. The other one, as we said, was Raph as Frankenstein. So yeah, it's they also announced to put this up on the screen for you as well. First look at our upcoming Hudson figure from Gargoyles.
Yes.
So another episode or another figure of from Gargoyles coming. Still not in on that line yet. Still holding off.
I liked how all the gargoyles were like named after something, or you know, or something in New York was probably named after them. Is what what the idea they're probably trying to give you, like Hudson, Brooklyn. You know,
that
was kind of dope.
All right, so Hasbro Pulse was last weekend.
Man,
there is a lot to cover here.
Man.
I'm gonna skip through like the Fortnite stuff. I'm gonna basically cover what we talk about. I'm on Hasbro Pulse's Instagram here. I'm just gonna go through it. We'll start with the first thing up there. Feast your eyes on something sinister revealed during the October 27th Hasbro Pulse Premium events. It's the next level in Marvel Legends X-Men 90s animated series collection. Mr. Sinister, pretty cool looking figure. Comes in a VHS style box. DJ,
there we go. I love those boxes.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this up on the screen so you can see it, or listen, or people who are watching can see it. Look at that box, dude. That was just
it looks like you know, when you bought like when you went to the for those of age, when you went to the rental store and you wanted to like, and they would have the series on VHS. That's what that looks like. That looks like the box.
That's one of the things that gets me on the Ninja Turtles sometimes is just the packaging. Like the boxes look dope.
And then Sinister is just badass. Like he is one of those, like he should be in a movie. Because he's just a badass character.
Then we got a lift ticket Transformer.
There we go.
Probably pass on that for me. But these are Transformers that I don't remember. So
look at this thing.
Hasbro Pulse is really going nuts with the HasLab stuff. If you guys are watching on the YouTube, you see this right now. The Hasbro Pulse Premium Perk. We love Hasbro Pulse Premium members. Says thank you for your continued support. Okay. So there is a Proton Pack that you can HasLab, like crowdfund, basically.
Right.
Friend of the show, John James. Oh man, we didn't do the Miz Minute for John James. Miz dressed up as Hellraiser and survived another week on Dancing with the Stars.
I did like Shumpert's. I saw like the clips of Shumpert's dance where he was from the movie Us, and that was dope.
Oh, I didn't see that. I did not see that. But yeah, Proton Pack. John James told us that if you want the wand that goes with it, though, you have to buy that separately. That's kind of lame.
That is
like
lame.
If you're gonna do the whole thing, do the whole thing. You know,
come on, guys.
We're getting vintage series Ahsoka from Star Wars or Mandalorian. This is Death Watch Mandalorian. So some new vintage Star Wars stuff there. Let's see here. More that's more on the HasLab. Just trying to go through everything here quick for you guys. A lot of cool stuff, man. A lot of Star Wars stuff. Marvel Legends Venom. This is going to be Venom in the this is already up, and I think it might have already actually sold out. But this is Venom in the vintage packaging.
Right.
They're going to be pretty cool. I actually kind of hate myself for sleeping on that, but I'm so like on the fence about the Marvel Legends right now. Yeah. So
because you got quite a few of them.
I do. They're all in a tote right now.
So that, you know,
they're putting another MODOK out.
Like an Elvis kind of a MODOK.
Yeah. Another Captain America coming soon. This is Iron Man 1 and Marvel and oh damn it, that box.
I'm about to say that's some good packaging.
That looks like some old Toy Biz shit right there.
Right.
You guys can check these out. Hasbro Pulse's Instagram.
Got another head there for him too. Yeah, there you go.
Damn, that looks good. Iron Man and Captain America. They're calling these Series 1. They are in what looks like the old Toy Biz packaging from the 90s.
And even the old comics, like that's, you know.
Yep.
Oh, that's got the picture.
Yes. I was going to say, here's what got me excited. A Marvel Legends Wolverine where he can hold the picture. And you don't have to pay like $200 for it, like the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And there it is. Look at, he's holding the picture right there. And there it is. It comes in a VHS box. Did this already go on sale? I think
it did. Say, is this thing $200 or no?
No, this was like 30, I think.
Okay.
So I need to go on and find out. Let's see. This went on sale last week. It's probably sold out already. There's a Jubilee as well.
Will those end up like in Targets though?
Is it an exclusive? Let's see. I'm reading the description here. I don't think it's an exclusive, so it might even be on Amazon. So
or like, you know, that back wall in Target with all the, you know, I think that's probably where we'll probably see these. Yeah.
Some more Marvel Legends.
That's a nice one.
Here, yep, that's Winter Soldier from Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
They've released so much. A 2-pack.
I think I might get this. Yeah.
Of Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson.
Yep.
That looks pretty cool. More vintage.
Oh, look at the vintage. Yes.
Carding. We got Scarlet Witch. That looks really good. We got White Vision. There you go, right. DJ. West Coast Avengers.
Yep. Does he glow? in the dark?
I don't know. I think if he did, they would have showed a picture of him glowing in the dark. But then we got more X-Men stuff. These are the vintage series, the retro.
I had that one as a kid.
Yeah. So this comes in another similar, like comic book looking box.
Right.
And then it's the two vintage. It's Wolverine and the Phoenix.
Yep.
I will probably grab these.
Oh yeah.
Especially,
yep. Look at there's the carding.
Yeah, especially being the vintage guy and like in the Wolverine. That's Halo. We're not going to talk about that. Fortnite, we'll skip that. We haven't even gotten really into the Star Wars.
There we go.
Yes. G.I. Joe Classified Series Master of Disguise Zartan. This is sold out on their website. I know for a fact. I went on there the other day, and Phil actually ordered this and got it in the mail already, which is crazy. Crazy.
Is this the one that changes colors?
I don't know if it changes colors. You have to ask Phil.
Right.
I know he said he wanted to change it because it's a Master of Disguise. You get all the different heads. And then this is where I think I'm jumping in here, guys. G.I. Joe Sky Striker HasLab Project. It's only $229. It's going to run until going to run until December 7th. But here's the thing. We talked about this before, man. You pay that $229, you change your mind, and then you get it, and you put this thing on eBay for $800. But it's like a vintage. It is a vintage set. Comes with who does it come with? Why am I drawing blanks on this? I read this all before. I read this one before it came on. Yeah, it comes with the two pilots. But like, look at this display here on this picture where it has like the stand. That just looks sick, man. To go with the G.I. Joe the vintage, and then of course the box, the rockets, parachutes. Look at this thing, man. There you go. There's the figures, a bunch of accessories, a bunch. Armbruster and Wayne Ruthel is the two guys it comes with. So I think I'm jumping on this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when I'm going to jump on this because between now and December 7th, I got a lot going on.
It's going to be Christmas time.
Right, exactly. There's another Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow coming. These, so
those are like vintage.
Yes, they come with the O-ring. That's how vintage they are.
Wow.
So my buddy sent me these. He was paying attention. I was doing something else, and he sent me this. And I go, what's the difference? Like, why is this? I go, these do look a little different, but like, what's the deal? And he goes, dude, Daddy.
They look like the original. Like,
yeah, we call each other Daddy. And he goes, Daddy, O-rings. Like, ooh, baby. Oh, baby. We're getting another Baroness.
And you get the movie with that Baroness, it looks like.
Everybody was loving this. Crocmaster and Fiona. This is a 2-pack that I believe will be up on Target if it's not already. I know people were sending a link. Another Snake Eyes here.
That's
so many G.I. Joes.
Outback.
He was on Target. He might be sold out already as well. There's your Zartan. And then we get into some
I want the one with that changes to the blue skin, or that is blue skin. Like that's the Zartan I'm looking for.
Then we get into some Star Wars stuff. Here's the vintage collection. You get the Emperor's Throne Room. This is Star Wars: The Black Series Trapper Wolf. Let's see that. Oh, this is pretty cool. This is like the Power of the Force throwback packaging, and you get the Cantina Showdown.
Right.
It's pretty cool looking set. Then
I don't like your face either.
Another HasLab creation for Star Wars here, the Rancor. $350. You can back that. That one goes through December 6th. So a lot to back here between the I think here's the thing. I think HasLab or Hasbro is making a mistake here with dropping these all at the same time. They should space these out, like do maybe like one a quarter. Where like you have one Star Wars one quarter, you have one G.I. Joe one quarter, and then you have the Ghostbusters one another quarter. Because chances are, you're like us, you're like John James, you're like, everybody where you want to
back it.
Oh, Fabulous Disaster. Thanks, man. 90s X-Men are all in stock, he just pointed out. Sorry, getting off topic here, getting distracted with the chat. So with the Rancor, $350, and then if you want to do the G.I. Joe on top of it, that's another $250, right? So you're at you're at some pretty hefty change there right before Christmas.
And
then
sorry, kid, I couldn't get you anything because I got a RAM cord.
Right. And if
that
you want
you
the Proton pack, which Fabulous Disaster said the extra wand is $150. Or the wand.
Oh, come on. Yeah, they made a mistake on that one.
This thing's huge, 27 inches tall. It does look cool as hell, but like it's just I'm out on that one. I'm out on that one. Another lightsaber here. It's Leia's Black Series lightsaber.
Some Rebel Troopers here.
Some Rebel Troopers here. That's vintage.
I never liked their helmets. I never liked the Rebel helmets.
The Navarro Cantina from Mandalorian. This is another vintage set.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I kind of like that one. Yep.
Imperial Death Trooper. It comes with. I love these vintage sets. I wish I've said it before, man. I wish I started with the vintage series instead of the Black Series. Then we got some Black Series. Cobb Vanth. He is going to be in the 6-inch line. He's going to be a deluxe pack. And then just more Mandalorian Black Series.
That was Boba.
Mace Windu is getting vintage collection treatment.
And look at the soft good jackets here.
Yep. And this is for the vintage line. So it's like it's not a huge figure. So those are going to look good, I think. Transformers, nothing really crazy. This is War of Cybertron or War for Cybertron.
I do like Galvatron.
Yeah, there was nothing
dope.
There was nothing like vintage here that like stood out to me that I was like, oh yeah, I need that. Through this. Some Power Ranger stuff.
Yep. But going back to Transformers real quick, I just like how when they turn into robots, they got them looking more like they did on the cartoon.
Yep.
Unlike when we were kids and like, you got a Megatron and he looked nothing like you turn him into a robot, he looked nothing like the cartoon, and now they've gotten better with that.
Yeah. Oh, I said Hellraiser, but it was actually Pinhead that Miz was dressed as. Anyway, I'm digging this Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Pudgy Pig. It comes in the packaging looks like an old school lunchbox.
Lunchboxes, yeah.
This is like the Power Rangers that I watched. It was like the first series of Power Rangers.
Right.
I'm not gonna buy this though.
Green Ranger was kicking ass and
yeah, exactly. I think that's it for stuff that we care
that was a
about.
nice helmet.
Yeah, that's a Power Ranger helmet.
Or that's Zoran, right?
Lord Zed.
Lord
Zed. So that is it for Hasbro Con or whatever, Pulse Con. That's what they were calling
Pulse Con.
Fabulous Disaster helping us out here. He confirms that Zartan does change colors. So you better jump on that, man. It might be sold out already. I'm hoping some of these are on Amazon because I hate ordering from Hasbro Pulse because it takes forever.
It does.
But yeah, some
I can attest to that.
Same here, man. I remember finding those Ghostbuster Plasma series in store before I got them shipped from Hasbro Pulse.
I got my out of time a year after you got yours. So.
That's right. But man, Pulse, I think Hasbro Pulse really crushed it with that Pulse Con. There was a lot of stuff to get excited for. I saw a lot of comments like Fabulous Disasters saying that HasCon crushed me. I need a second job for HasLabs.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go get a part-time job.
So I think a lot of people are in the same boat. You did a good job if people feel that way. So all right, DJ, let's move in to we know it's my favorite part of the show. We're running a long show here, but that's all right. Weekly purchases, man. I've had a couple slow weeks, but this week it seems like everything I pre-ordered over the summer came in. So
maybe it was a pre-order. Swear.
I will let you go first. Did you get anything this week?
Okay, so stuff that I ordered also came in, but I kind of it has to do with Halloween.
Oh, okay.
So I'm Saturday be watching my social medias, and you will get to see what I ordered. I'll just say that. I want to leave it. I want to surprise. I think this is going to be a great Halloween. I've been, I kind of planned this stuff out, and it's going to be dope. So just stay tuned. I did get some stuff, but you'll see it later.
All right. So like I said, for me, it felt like everything came in this week. So Kevin Nash, Legends Series. This is probably, I don't know how well you guys can see it in the video, but this is probably the best Kevin Nash scan to date.
I think so.
I love the Two Sweet Hands. I love the Outsiders t-shirt. I might have to get a second one of those Outsider t-shirts.
The Tupac bandana.
Yeah, the Tupac bandana. He should have came with a finger, like just a point, so he could do the finger poke of doom. Or finger poke of death, whatever it was called. So Kevin Nash came in. Roddy Piper came in. I love this Roddy Piper.
Yeah,
even though it looks like
I'm hunting for that now.
even though it looks like the butler or the maid, I'm sorry, from Brady Bunch, like with the scan. The scan on this one,
it's like you say, it looks like Alice.
Yeah, it looks like Alice. Look at the head. It looks like Alice a little bit. You'll see when you get it. But got that, and then just like everybody else who ordered it, I think. Well, no, this is probably a sensitive subject. A few people didn't get it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I got my Hulk Hogan Ultimate Edition. With the black eye. Some people got the bandana on Hulk Hogan. Some people got it off on the side. Mine came off on the side. So I was waiting to do weekly purchases before I open this up. But they got his hot dog tan correct. Tearaway shirts. I think I got to put the black eye head
You got to
on.
put the black eye. Yeah.
Yeah, just because it was such an iconic moment. So
right.
I just had everything kind of in a pile here. I got some autographs this week. John James hooked me up with a Warlord autograph a couple weeks ago, and I finally got it from him at one of the Blitzkrieg shows. As we talked about a few times in the show, the Mountie, I got a little glossy 8x10, and he signed it on the Mountie.
With the Intercontinental title, too. That's kind of a dope picture.
Yep. And you guys know I love Adam Bomb, so I had to get an 8x10 Adam Bomb autographed. Actually had a really good conversation with Adam Bomb, just shooting the shit. Told him that like we actually had been in contact with Adam Bomb a few the hell's his real name? Brian Adams. I know Brian's his first name, but we were in contact with him over last, like right before SummerSlam, over the summer, about him coming on the show, and I brought that up to him, and he was like, yeah, man, he's like, he's going through some stuff with his mom right now, so he's like, give me a few weeks and we'll make it happen. So Adam Bomb hopefully on the show soon, and hopefully everything is okay with his mom. I didn't get this Sergeant Slaughter in the mail, but I put this on. You guys can see a better picture of this on our social media, but when I met Sergeant Slaughter this weekend, man, he
signed it up. Like
he signed it up. This was all his idea too.
Right.
He signed the bubble on the actual Ultimate Edition figure.
Right.
And then he goes, you want me to write something over here on the actual box? Because I had it in the box to protect it from being in my backpack and stuff walking around the convention. And he wrote, that's an order, Sergeant Slaughter USA #1. I love that he signed both. There's some better
order. Like, come on now.
Yeah. And then he put, what did he put on the bubble? I forget. At ease.
Yeah.
So, and then we're sitting there talking, right? My buddy has on a Minnesota Vikings hat, and he's a big Minnesota Vikings fan.
Okay.
Sarge is a big Minnesota Vikings fan. And so my buddy he got the Ultimate Edition, and we're getting there, and Sarge is signing it, and he goes, man, I fucked up by not bringing mine and having him sign it. I'm like, yeah, dude, what were you thinking? He's
I don't know.
He was like, I'm just trying to save money, maybe next time he's around. And I'm kind of at the point where like a lot of these guys, like if they're around here and I want to get their signature, I'm going to do it because you never know. With the exception of like a convention like this, because I spent a good amount of money just meeting the Mountie, Adam Bomb, and Sergeant Slaughter, getting a picture and an autograph. But like I said, Bob Backlund was there, Tatanka was there, Tito Santana was there, Man Mountain Rock was there, Terry Runnels was there, Booker T and Stevie Ray. Like there was a lot of guys there, and I said, some of these guys, like I'd be excited to meet Bob Backlund and get a Bob Backlund autographed 8x10, or even Tatanka, like a couple of these guys,
right?
Just because they're good, but with being at a convention, you're dropping so much money. It's like, do I really want to drop another $30 on these guys? But going back to my story here real quick, Sarge is a huge Minnesota Vikings fan. So when me and my buddy were in line, he signs my stuff, takes a picture, and he goes, and because your buddy's a Minnesota Vikings fan, here we go. And he put his arms behind me and put me in the Cobra Clutch. So that's one of the pictures on Instagram. So we had a great time with Sarge. Honestly, if you guys get the chance to meet him, so worth it. Such a good dude, down to earth. Took his time with everybody, talked with everybody, and it was good stuff. So let me go through the rest of my weekly purchases here. Rounding out what I needed for the Legends, I got Billy Gunn. Grabbed him on the app, actually. I didn't pre-order him. I was just like, you know what? I saw he was available. I was like, I'm going to do this this DX invasion batch of guys. Why the hell not? And then I got this is marked $29.99, and then it got marked down to $8.99. So I said, why the hell not? I got the Kramer Funko.
Oh, I've seen those, yeah.
from Target on clearance, $8.99. Might as well. And then there's one last thing that I wanted to do live here on the pod. Let me move this.
So here we go. Here we go.
I got the Bull Nakano Chella Retro from Figure Collections. There's been some like mixed reviews on this just because like first glance, she looks small, right? Mm-hmm. So I have a couple of Hasbros and a retro here, but just like the carding is awesome. Like it looks like a Hasbro. You know, it's got the back just like a regular Hasbro,
right?
You know, it's the autograph on the card and stuff. So I'm gonna rip this open here. She's part of Series 1. So and these cellos, I feel like keep getting better and better.
For you MOC collectors, go ahead and take a deep breath. It's all right.
Actually, I'm gonna do it. I just like kind of peeled the bubble off. I didn't really rip it off, so I can kind of save the card. Look at that. Look at that. You still got the bubble on it. Look at that. So, Bull Nakano in real life is 5'7". It says on the back of her card.
Oh.
So, people were like, oh, the height's off. Now, there is no other the Major Brothers brought this up actually on their pod. There's no like female retro to compare this to, height-wise, size-wise. Mm-hmm. So, at first I was like, yeah, she does look kind of small. The scan is great. My only complaint legitimately is I think she could be a little bit lighter. The skin tone is a little bit off. Yeah. But other than that, like I have the Ric Flair Hasbro right here. Mm-hmm. So she's 5'7", Flair is 6 something. I don't have a good base to like put this on to hold them up even. Right. But they're like holding them side by side. Like I think they're in scale. If she's 5'7". Yep. I've got the Kane like retro here. Yeah, like Kane is way taller.
Towering, yep.
Yeah, so I'm happy with this. Honestly, I'm excited for Luna Vachon.
Right. And remember, folks, she was, so 5'7", that can be tall for a woman. So, so we're used to watching her wrestle women where she's towering over some of the women that she's wrestling, and that makes sense with her being 5'7". So remember, Jack, you gotta, remember the scale of what you're watching.
Oh, what's up, Michael LaPuma? You missed my Michael LaPuma is a huge Hogan mark.
Oh, and, man. Yeah,
I just showed off my Hulk Hogan Ultimate Edition, man. A little bit late. So yeah, compared to the other retro, like the Mattels and the Hasbros and the Mattel retros, like she's right. I think she's right in line. And honestly, like this is a great looking figure. Like toyetic, you got the hair, the face paint,
the makeup. Yep.
Yeah, I'm happy.
And
with
the thing was the hair, like the hair. That's the thing for her is you got to get the hair right, and it looks like they got it right. Yeah. Give her some makeup and put her, and then put her in scale. Like you said, you just put the Kane right next to her.
Yep.
And Kane is rightfully so.
I wish I could like show it on the video. Like maybe I'll put a picture up on our Instagram. But like, that looks really small in the video, but it's not that. Right. Like it's hard to show it in the video because I can't get anything level. But like I mean, her hair obviously makes her a little bit taller,
which would probably happen in real life too.
So she's right in scale, I think. Somebody posted a picture of like her and Hayabusa and Nick Aldis. I forget where it was, but the Hayabusa is very tall, but I think Hayabusa was super tall too. I don't know his exact height, but it's on the back of those cards. But that's my weekly purchase. Pretty big week this week.
Yeah.
I'm excited with the Chella Retro. I have the Nick Aldis, the figure collections exclusive, but I didn't open it because because we've talked about it before. Like I helped with designing it.
No, you
and
can't open that one.
Putting input on it. So this is the first one I've gotten that I've opened. So Dynamite Kid's on the way, Adam Bomb's on the way, and again they're gonna announce another one this Sunday on Halloween. So that is it for Toy Aisle. The longest episode of the Running Podcast continues with Falls Count Anywhere. Full disclosure, I don't think this is actually the longest episode of
it's going to be pretty close
ever. It's going to be long, though. We're just going to bang through Falls Count Anywhere here. The Buzz Lightyear movie trailer went up. I thought this was going to be like a Disney exclusive or Disney Plus exclusive. But it looks like it's going to be in the theater. Correct me if I'm wrong, Charles Andrew or Kenny. But I think it's going to be in the theater. And you guys know Buzz Lightyear's right behind me over here. I'm a huge Buzz Lightyear fan.
And the way that they made it look, like it's like some serious stuff. Like it's not as light, like he's not wearing, the bright colors, and it looks like he's like going out to kick ass. So
yeah, it looks very, very cool. I'm excited to check it out.
So yeah, it got me. I was like, hey, all right, let's go, Buzz.
Yeah.
let's see what he's got here.
And we've been watching the World Series. Both of us, I'm sure, been watching. Did you watch any of the World Series?
I did. Like I still watched.
Last night. No, I watched a little bit tonight, a little bit last night. But let me tell you, you didn't get to experience him, I think, as much as I did because he didn't do the NLCS. But in the ALCS, John Smoltz as an announcer is the absolute drizzling shits. Like, he is just terrible. Like, there were times where I was like, I can't watch. I need to turn this off. Because it was
because I didn't watch a whole lot of ALCS. You're right. What was he? I mean, was he just like? I mean, we're talking baseball here. Like, the game is slower. You should be able to get a thought together.
I don't know what the deal is.
I can see in basketball. You can fumble in basketball, and I won't give you too much trouble because basketball is going back and forth so fast. But baseball, you should be able to, like Vince Scully would sit and tell stories and everything.
Yeah, it's just, and I think that's what he's trying to do, and it's just not coming off well. It's just like, I don't know, man. I'm just like, dude, shut up. Stop talking, please. I'm all off track now because I'm bitching about him.
Oh, poor man. Maybe, I mean, I can't even blame it on CT.
I love John Smoltz as a pitcher, man. He played for the Red Sox for a couple of years. I loved him on the Braves.
Sure.
That
Braves team was fun.
Yeah.
With David Justice and all those, and
Terry Pendleton. Yeah.
They were fun.
Fred McGriff. Fun to watch. Yeah, fun to watch. Absolutely. All right. Halloween is obviously this week. Our power rankings this week is going to be our top 5 scary or Halloween songs. But before we get to that, best costume you've ever rocked, TJ.
Man, so I gotta give shouts out to my late grandmother. She was a very good seamstress. And so she made a couple of the best costumes I ever wore. So one of them, when I was like, I'll go from younger to older. So elementary school, she made this Gizmo costume that was like say if you went, and it was like I was one of the people working at Disneyland. So
that's awesome.
so imagine that. Like, so it was like a whole costume that was made out of like something that somebody at Disneyland would be wearing.
That's awesome.
And I was Gizmo, and it was just like I won every costume contest in town. And it was just dope. Yeah. And
that's awesome.
And then being older, when I was in middle school, she made this, like, I was a Surfer Sting, and she made the tights. Like, she sewed the scorpion on the side of the tights and everything.
Dude, that's rad. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. That's so cool, man. For me, my grandmother, speaking of our grandmothers, made a homemade, like from scratch, Batman costume. where like she made the
Those
mask.
are always the best ones.
She made the gauntlets. She made the shin pad things, and then she made the whole like leotard for me and my cousin. We were both Batman that year.
Right.
It was awesome. And then my mom did me up one year as Doink the Clown, actually.
Hey, there we go.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then as an adult, me and my wife went as He-Man and She-Ra one year to a party.
Nice.
And we won an award. We won like it was one of our buddies has like a huge Halloween party every year, and we rocked that, and we won. I forget what award we won. It wasn't scariest. It wasn't funniest. I forget what it was. And then I think the year after, we went as Macho Man, and not Elizabeth, but Lady Gaga. I'll put pictures up on the Instagram of the He-Man and She-Ra one, and the Macho Man and Lady Gaga one. I actually don't know if I have any like pictures on my phone of Doink or the Batman one, but on Halloween night we'll put some pictures up of DJ. If you can get your pictures from your Halloween costumes of the past, we'll throw them up on the old Instagram. The He-Man one was awesome because it was just like we killed it. We both looked like He-Man and She-Ra. And then the Macho Man, it was like Slim Jim Macho Man. I even bought like wrestling boots to wear to the bar I was DJing at.
Right.
And we killed it.
I'm just grabbing my top 5 list.
Okay. All right. Yeah, guys. And I just we'll post that up. Me and my wife were talking about we were calling it ourselves Lady Savage. Lady Gaga and Macho Man Randy Savage, putting that together. So we'll post pictures of that up on our Instagram for sure. Let's get into our top 5 scary or Halloween songs. I don't have any honorable mention. Oh yeah, I don't have any honorable mentions.
My honorable mention is Enter Sandman.
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I kind of went both real songs that could be scary, or I actually cheated a little bit and I looked at a Spotify playlist that was like Halloween, and I was like, all right, I can get behind some of these. Yeah. So we'll start. My number 5 DJ is "Shout at the Devil" by Motley Crue.
Okay. Yeah.
I love Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, just the name Motley Crue, right? That's our the Fig Cave. We're a Motley Crue, so it just makes so much sense. My number 5 is the Jacksons with "This Place Hotel." A lot of people think it's called Heartbreak Hotel, if you've ever heard the song, but it's called "This Place Hotel."
Okay.
Yeah. So it's they go in it's spooky.
Yep. Number 4 for me is actually I messed up. My number 5, "Shout at the Devil" is my number 4.
Okay.
My number 5 is "This Is Halloween" from the Nightmare Before Christmas. Solely because when you hear it, you can't get it out of your head. It's like that fucking Baby Shark shit.
And it's what's that that ride at Disneyland as well. It's a small world.
Oh yeah. Yep. I was gonna say I've never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World, right? That's the one you're talking the one in California. But
yes.
What's your number 4?
Number 4, Monster Mash.
Oh, I tried so hard to keep that off my list.
You can't keep that off the list.
I did. It didn't even make honorable mention. Fuck that song.
Oh, you and Snickers and Monster Mash and Jesus, Tommy. Okay, go ahead.
My number 3 is the Psycho theme song.
Okay.
Yep. Hell yeah. And then what's your number 3?
And you can damn near put the Psycho Sid song as
that's true,
almost side by side. Number 3 is the Ghostbusters.
Nice. Ghostbusters didn't make my list either, and I'm not really sure why.
They had that very generic version of it when the leak came out tonight. Like, dude, just give Ray Parker Jr. a couple bucks and come out to the real song.
And Fall Out Boy did a version of it for the Girl movie that came out a couple years ago. That's not terrible either.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 for me is "Down with the Sickness" by Disturbed. That song will get you pumped up for a hockey game, and it also the reason it's on my list as like a scary song is because there's a very popular haunted hayride around here, where guys, you get the one year that me and my wife went, we got locked in a shed. You're on the thing, you get locked in a shed, all the lights go out, strobe lights start, that song starts playing, and guys with chainsaws come out, even though the chainsaws are fake.
Right.
That is what happens. Yeah, it's a little terrifying. So
damn.
That is my number 2.
All right.
I think we're gonna have the same number 1, by the way.
Probably
say
so.
that in the beginning.
Probably so. Number 2 for me is Somebody's Watching Me.
That's a good one.
Yeah, by Rockwell. Fun fact, that is Barry Gordy's son is Rockwell. And yes, that is Michael Jackson singing background.
Oh, it is. All right.
Yes.
Because I've always I had somebody at one of my trivia nights, I had somebody that I used that song, and I was like, who sings this? And somebody said Michael Jackson. I was like,
yeah, only
Michael
background.
Jackson.
So you're still correct. That's
right.
He's only singing background.
But now I get why people were confused, for sure.
Yes.
Number 1, DJ, I'll let you say it.
This is Thriller.
Yeah, it's got to be Thriller. It's got to be. It's Thriller.
I mean, he made the song for Halloween. Like, it's just
right.
And the video,
and the video, yep, exactly.
Still the greatest music video of all time. Like, this stop.
Oh, I don't know if it's the greatest music video of all time. I might argue that. That might be a power ranking.
I think we just made a new power ranking. Yes.
To be honest with you, though, I don't know if I could come up with 5 music videos that I remember. Maybe I got 2 off the top of my head. Maybe I have to go back. That might be tough.
And most of them are Michael Jackson videos, right?
No, I was thinking the ones that came to my mind is Sabotage by the Beastie Boys.
I like that one. Yep.
Sabotage by the Beastie Boys, November Rain by Guns N' Roses.
I'm about to say November Rain. You got
You Could Be Mine by Guns N' Roses because the Terminator 2 was involved. And then I'm trying to think of some other Jeremy by Pearl Jam is always one that sticks out.
I like the song. I didn't like the video that much.
The video is a little rough, but I think it's still a very good music video. That might be a good power rankings. That might be a good power rankings. I like it. All right, time for football talk. Yes. You heard all this stuff about Tom Brady's 600th touchdown pass. This guy, man, I still think he got screwed.
I think he got screwed as well.
Listen, they're saying this ball. So if you guys don't know the story, Tom Brady threw his 600th career touchdown pass to Mike Evans, and
he handed it to somebody.
Mike Evans gave it to somebody in the crowd.
Yep.
And immediately the Tampa Bay Bucks trainer went over and asked for the ball back. And I forgot what he was going to give him originally. You know who posted about it, actually, which is funny, is Jeremy
some equipment, right? And then
he's going to give him a sign. Oh, it was $1,000 to the
store, the team store.
The team store. Yep.
No, dude, you're giving me $25,000 cash. In fact, I would like it to be a check signed by Tom Brady so I can cash it and keep the voided check. And I don't need anything in the store. I don't need Tom Brady's jersey, or even though you probably want that. But
you know how easy it is to spend $1,000 in an NFL pro shop?
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's like 2 jerseys, or not 2 jerseys, like 4 jerseys.
It's probably Authentics.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably
and a coat or something like. In the first deal, the Bucks fan received a replacement game ball and a $1,000 gift card to the Bucks team store.
No.
So
I laughed.
They were saying as soon as this play happened,
right,
the ball's worth $500,000.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So to me, right, this conversation starts, and I'm not even this is if I was a Bucks fan. This conversation starts with lifetime season tickets.
Okay.
To be honest, even though as much as I love Tom Brady, this ball, I would not give a shit about this ball. That's what I'm saying. Not my thing. Yeah. I would rather have season tickets for life, right?
Including the playoffs.
Right. So you start there. I want a signed jersey by Tom Brady. for myself, like made out to me, like personalized.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to like have lunch with Tom Brady.
Okay.
Like three things that you cannot put a price on.
Right.
Well, 2 things you can't put a price on, and then an autographed jersey. Like to me, that's what the conversation. I get like being like in the heat of the moment, you're not necessarily thinking about that. Like there's a lot going on. You're celebrating the touchdown. You're celebrating you just got a ball.
Right.
And then this guy comes over and is like, hey, we need that ball back. We'll give you $1,000 to the team store and another ball. And you're like, all right, that sounds good. And then because that's exactly what happened. And then people started giving the Bucks shit.
Right.
Like, all right, we got to sweeten the deal. So he got a Bitcoin from Brady, which is worth $63,000.
Okay.
2 signed Brady jerseys and a helmet, which was roughly $10K.
Okay.
A Mike Evans signed jersey and game cleats. That's roughly
I'm about to say, God.
$2K.
Okay, so he's doing all right. He did all right.
And then the Bucks store $1,000 he still got.
He still got that. Okay.
And then he got 2 tickets for the 2021 season, which is almost halfway over already, and 2020 and 2022. And like the season ticket thing is just weird to me. That costs the Bucks like nothing for them to say, here's season tickets for life, including the playoffs. Pick 2 seats anywhere in the stadium, like that aren't already taken. Like it's just so like the Bucks really did drop the ball. And then Tom Brady goes over to that area because there's a kid in the crowd who had a sign that said, Tom Brady helped me beat cancer. And Tom Brady went over and gave that kid his hat. Like the guy still didn't even get to meet Brady when the guy went over. Like when Brady went over there. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Kenny says he needs $5K in Tom's game jersey. You're selling too low, man. You're selling too low.
Yeah, that's a little low, Ken.
Yeah, you're selling way too low. Football was a little crazy this week. Games all over the place.
There was somebody watching me. Creatures of the Night. Oh yeah, Creatures of the Night. Yeah,
I remember that's a good one. Yeah. Tyson Trevino just sent over his top 5 songs. We threw them on the screen there. Football. It was like bye week Ageddon. They kept calling it for fantasy. Dude, I'm in so 2 fantasy leagues. I'm in first place. 1 fantasy league, or the rest of my fantasy leagues, I'm in last place and just the drizzling shits.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on, but just injuries and it might be time to throw in the towel. I'm in one league where
you're selling. You're going to start. Well,
that's what I was going to say. Is I'm in one league where we're doing auction starting next year, and you can trade for draft dollars. And I'm like, I might just start selling off and padding that lope for next season. You know what I'm saying?
It might be that time for that kind of league. My teams have turned the ship around. Like they were, we were hovering the first part of the year, and then all of a sudden, like all the players are starting to play to the way they're supposed to. Like you said, like there were a lot of buys, like you said, this week. I just happened to have the bench that was ready for it. Yep.
That's crazy. It's so wild. Hopefully a better week this week for me. I've already got guys offering me trades for stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, I kind of want to hold out like one more week just to see.
Like, dude, I do not want Odell Beckham Jr. Stop trying to trade him to me.
I have him in 2 leagues, I think.
I think I'm about to drop him in one of my teams.
Explains why I suck. I'm 2-5 in the Fig Cave League. I'm 1-6 in a league. 1-6 in another league. Yeah, it's just. And then I'm 5-2 in a league I won last year. Which I was 5-1 until last week. And then you know what is annoying too is like there was a couple, like I made a couple like really good moves, and I'm like, all right, cool, this guy is gonna score points. But then like I had guys on my team that like I had Sam Darnold. I'm like, all right, he's a quarterback, he'll get me some points. He got me like 5 points, and then he got pulled. And then I also had the Jets quarterback there, Mark Wilson or Zach Wilson. He got freaking hurt. Yeah, like 2 plays into the game. And he plays for the Jets. He wasn't going to do shit anyway. It was just like stuck getting guys because it's a 2 quarterback league, and it was tough.
See, I have one like that, and I have Rodgers and I have Hibbert.
Oh, so you're doing all right.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. This week's let's talk about last week's Sunday night game. We got you picking. Actually, me and you both did good. We both picked Indianapolis. Indianapolis beats San Francisco. As far as our inner circle standings goes, Zach, Mike, myself, and DJ all picked Indianapolis. Phil and Kenny picked San Francisco. Instagram and Twitter both picked San Francisco. Sadly, we got I'm now 5-2. You're 6-1. Trying to do quick math here. Phil's 5-2. Mike's 5-2. Zach's 5-2. Instagram's 5-2. So we got a nice little battle there at the top. Phil's still 6-1, but this week's game, I think we're all picking. It's Cowboys and Vikings, and with the exception of Sergeant Slaughter, I think we're all picking the Dallas Cowboys.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
I'm
going Dallas.
I'm about to say, is it at Minnesota or at Dallas?
It's at Minnesota. Dallas at Minnesota. Halloween night.
I think I'm gonna have to because I'm not liking what I'm seeing out of Minnesota is the thing.
No, they're not. They're not great.
So I think I gotta go Dallas.
I think
even though I'm not they're one of the teams that they're almost my Goldberg of the NFL. You
know what's funny? My dad, my old man. So we're both Pats fans. My old man hates Dallas for some reason too. I'm like, I like their jersey. Like their jerseys are so classic. Like you watch them every Thanksgiving. I don't hate Dak Prescott.
No, I don't. The players are cool. I don't. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't have a problem with the players. It's the team.
Yeah. The only Cowboy I actually hate is announcer Troy Aikman. I don't hate quarterback Troy Aikman. I hate announcer Troy Aikman.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah,
I think it's the whole growing up and now you can have Red Zone or whatever and you can watch whatever you want, but just every Sunday except for their bye week you got to see Dallas. I think that's what it is. The reason why I don't like them. Yeah. No matter what their record is, no matter what, it's you're seeing Dallas. And I'm like, God dang, can I see another team? So yeah, I think that's why I don't like them.
Yeah, the only teams I hate in the NFL are the Jets. To quote Big Daddy, are the goddamn Jets and the Steelers. Those are the only two teams I hate in the NFL.
All right, mine is Cowboys and Chargers.
The Ravens. Sorry, Phil. The Ravens are kind of I don't despise them as much as I hate the Steelers and the Jets, but I do enjoy when the Ravens lose because no matter what year it is, the Ravens like to talk shit and they're never that good.
They've won a couple of ships though.
Yeah, I know. They beat the Patriots one AFC championship game to go to that ship. So it's just I hated Ray Lewis. It's a fucking murderer. And it's just oh, Kenny's giving us our pick right now, or his pick right now. He's saying Vikings.
He's going Vikes.
Dude, you got
Kenny needs some. I think because Kenny needs some points.
So he needs to try to gain.
He's I got to go opposite of him.
Yeah, but you get screwed. You're gonna be working harder to get to that top spot. All right, DJ, what you watching this week besides football?
Man, I think so. We already had the was that the Dark Side of the Ring finale with the motorcycle folks?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I am so far behind.
Right. With the motorcycle guy and the bomb and all that, but
I thought it was the Hogan and Vince trials.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I will be watching that. Dune is on HBO Max.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go to the theater to see Antlers.
Okay.
Somebody said that it's some real cause I'm like, damn it, I want to be scared. and somebody said that this movie will do it. So I will go and give a report. Speaking of reports, I went to the fair.
That's right.
Yeah. Good stuff. It was some good stuff. They didn't quite have the fried debauchery that was going on at your fair, but the food was still good. And so was the entertainment. I went and saw a band that did Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, I love Earth, Wind, and Fire.
And we had a ball. So good time at the fair. And it was a good thing I went on Friday night because we had as you saw when people watching the San Francisco game, that was the whole weekend was
Yep.
So we got it in before that, they called it an atmospheric river.
Yep.
Came in. So before that came in, we were able to get it in.
We have a nor'easter here right now, which normally when we get a nor'easter, it's all snow. It's like a huge snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
We are getting a shit ton of rain. I'm not sure if we got as much as you did, but we are getting a lot of rain at the moment. So, yeah, it's crazy stuff. Weather is wild. I am watching NHL is back, so obviously been watching that. But watching the Bruins. They lost tonight, but that's all right.
It's just a start.
Yeah, they're just starting out. I actually haven't really watched much of the Celtics. I watched the World Series like we talked about. And then me and the wife, we watched You this past weekend.
I've been hearing about that.
Dude, it's really good. Some of it you're like, what the hell? You're like bad editing or like just like what? How did they get away with that or whatever? But you still get sucked into the story.
Right.
So me and my wife started watching it Saturday night, and then I ended up falling asleep. We straight up binged this shit. Like we were we went into episode.
Still watching?
Yes. We went into episode 6, I think, and that's when I finally fell asleep. And she stayed up and kept watching. And then I was talking to her today. I was like, "Oh, I finally watched that episode I fell asleep during." And she goes, "Oh, I'm halfway through the last episode." I'm like, "What? You're watching this without me? Like this is your
Netflix
show."
cheated on me.
Yeah. I'm like, "This is your show. Like we started watching this because of you." So I got to finish it. There's 10 episodes in this season. I just finished episode 6, so I should be able to finish that by the weekend or through the weekend. But
nice.
I think it's finally time to wrap up here, DJ. Long episode this week. Thank you guys
for Zach throws his radio out the window of his car. Tyson Trevino says he's watching Halloween Kills. That's a good thing to watch this weekend here. I'm not a big scary movie guy, so I won't be watching that. But let's get into our shout outs here as we start to wrap it up. As you guys know, you got to check out the Fig Cave. I was on there last week. I gave my top 5 favorite Ric Flair figures of all time. We talked some Ric Flair figures. DJ is going to be on there soon and do the Sting figures. Kenny's in the chat. You got to check out the call up. He's on YouTube. He's on iTunes or Apple Podcasts. He's on Spotify. Always dropping some fire. Yeah.
Always great interviews. Figure collections. Don't forget, keep an eye on their social media this week, especially on Halloween day, because they will be dropping the new Chella Retro Homage, brand new women's division tees up there. Yes. And of course, we talk about the hoodies, the t-shirts, everything on Homage is chef's kiss. Buy, sell, trade toys. Hit up his Instagram. Use the code RUN10 to save 10% over there. Barrios Toys, Faces and Heel podcast. Dos Padres
giveaway for Barrios.
That's right. I got to do this buy, sell, trade toys giveaway, and then we'll do the Barrios giveaway. WrestleGeddon podcast, coming down the aisle podcast, even though he beat me in the bet for the ALCS. Fuck the Astros. Fuck the Astros. Dirty Heel podcast. Also, Turnbuckle Tavern, Keystone Collectibles, Heroes Hideout. You can follow us on runinpod.com. That's got everything you need. Pro Wrestling Tee Store. Hoodies are coming to Pro Wrestling Tee Store. Zip-up hoodies are coming to Pro Wrestling Tee Store.
Jeez, and then the Astros scored, and I just looked at it.
Two different zip-up hoodies to choose from coming soon. YouTube.com/The Run-In Podcast. You can watch all our episodes in video form up over there. Twitter is @Run-In Podcast. Our Instagram is @The Run-In Pod. DJ, your boy Fig Knight was all in the makeup on NXT this week. So hit us with your handles.
All right. I'm still looking for my check from him. But anyway, so Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Fignight27, FIGKNIGHT 27.
Oh, sorry, man. I did go live on Twitch this week. I played some NHL 22 on there. So you can follow.
Playing Mass Effect. I've been playing Mass Effect on there.
Nice. You can follow the show at twitch.tv/The Run-In Podcast. We got to jump on there and do some stuff again soon. So check that out. Subscribe, whatever it is, follow over there. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys who jumped on Facebook and YouTube tonight. My name is Tommy Paradise.
Yeah, it's your boy DJ. I am the guy that does the man. Why are we live? I could have done that all over.
You all right?
No,
Goldberg kicked you in the head.
I guess so. But anyway, up here in the Raptors. Thank you for listening.
My name's I'm all screwed up now too.
Yeah.
My name is Tommy Paradise. This has been another episode 71 of the Run-In Podcast. Fuck the Astros.
That was the problem. 71 and the Astros winning like that.
Fuck the Astros.